Target acquired.
Eagle 1, first strike. You have permission to engage the target.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
That's right, folks. Mature audiences only. How interesting the day has been. Whew, fresh back. Just to give you an idea. Oh, it's not going to focus. Oh, wrong one. Signed. However, I did not meet the Hauk Tuah girl. I want to be really clear about that. The Hauk Tuah girl is a very interesting phenomenon. We're going to get into that. I don't want to repeat myself, so I'm going to just kind of do some admin kind of stuff here. So when that's another one too. I got bought two hats. And hopefully the chat will fill up, and then we can talk about what all happened this afternoon when I went down to meet with the merch supplier for the Hauk Tuah girl, the current one. I got a lot of information. It's really cool. So you guys should be spamming this out everywhere and letting everybody know that we're going to talk Hauk Tuah here in a minute. And I have the inside line as of now. There is a lot of misunderstanding going on about this, and there's a lot of things that. Sorry, my son had to drop off some ice water. There's a lot of stuff going around. I got it at the place, the getting place, the only place you can get the signed ones. So I'll drop the link. So you can order your own Hauk Tuah hat directly from the guy who's making them for the girl currently. And let me see if the bot will let me do that. It recognizes me as a legit dude. So you can buy your own hat there. So I had a legitimate purpose in going down there. And everybody's heard me say the last couple of days that this is all local to me. I recognize when it all happened, I recognized immediately where she was at. I even knew the event that she was at, or I guessed the event that she was at. I didn't actually say anything about it because, it's not my thing to out people's adventures. But I know what event she was at. I know, I kind of figured out a lot just from watching the video because I live here, and I go these places too, or I used to when I was a younger man. So there's a whole. Let me start with that. I never thought, and I'm proven right here. I never thought that this girl was anything but a chick saying wild ass shit out with her friends. Like I never thought there was anything else to it, and I'm proven right on that. Like I said, I don't really want to repeat myself, so I was hoping that the stream would fill up a little better. But that's fine. I'll cover this on Wednesday night as well. So people that miss it, you'll just have to watch again or watch the whole thing. So I recognized immediately where all the stuff that was going on. I even recognized the type of girl she was and kind of could guess. I could guess a lot. I was mostly right. So what I did is I happened to recognize the address of where the merchandise shop is at. It's actually about 10, 15 minutes from my mom's house down in Shelbyville. And it's been an hour from me. literally an hour, and maybe less if I speed a little bit. So I've been looking, legitimately looking for a supplier for my merch, t-shirts, hats, all that kind of stuff. I've got Rye Guy. Shout out to Rye Guy for all of my thumbnails and most of the most any artwork that you see will come from Rye Guy. It's very rare that that I use anything from somebody else. Most pretty much everything comes from Rye Guy. All the thumbnails, video stuff. I kind of do most of the video stuff, but even though I should let him do it, it is literally what he does for a living. So I got Rye Guy working on shirt designs right now, starting with 4 shirts. While I was down there talking to the shirt maker or to the merch maker, we talked about hats, we talked about t-shirts, we talked about hoodies and beanies and all kinds of stuff. And it was a really productive conversation for me, which is the legit reason why I went down there. There was no deceit on my part. I told the guy, I'm like, hey, look, I found you through the Hauk Tuah. While I was looking for the Hauk Tuah girl, I have friends of mine that would really like to talk to her. But I see that you do merch, and I was literally just about to start working with like Printly or Printify or any Shopify, any of these other sites that do merch for creators like myself. And I asked him if I could come down and actually visit. And he's like, yeah, sure, absolutely, do that. Okay. So this morning, that's exactly what I did. I got in a car and I drove down there. I was on Glenn's stream a little earlier talking about it. Got down there. It's actually a really nice little operation he's got going on his family land. His family bought the property in, I believe, in 1840. And they've been on that property ever since. So at the end of the day, it was a really productive trip for me. And while I was down there, I did candidly talk to him about Haley, the Hauk Tuah girl. I'm going to refer to her from now on as Haley, or that's her name. And basically she, she's a typical small town girl, really. Apparently worked at a local market up until probably recently, obviously because of her newfound fame. That's probably not continuing. And her friend were literally just downtown Nashville for the CFA Fest or CMA Fest. And they were just having a good time. And they were having a good time. They didn't really think anything about this. They were just having fun with that. And she's apparently, I've been told that her personality, she's just funny. She's just kind of, she's kind of witty and sarcastic a little bit. And she's just a funny girl. So when I get down there, we talked a little bit about the merch and his capabilities there and what I could do and what he can't do, that sort of thing. We talked a lot about her, and really not about her personally, because, I'm assuming it sounds like obviously she lives in the area. He knows her well. Apparently I think he knows her family and all of that, but nobody go bother this guy. If you're local, unless you're actually going to do business like I did, don't go bother the guy. He's just a vendor. He's just a hat maker. And he's supplying her with stuff. She is now lawyered up because of the number of people who are trying to get at her. She did nuke all of her social media. That's a real thing. That's not a fib. That's not made up. She literally nuked all of her social media. She does not want to be found. She's not going to, it's very unlikely that she'll be on OnlyFans next week. She has engaged some sort of talent representative I'm assuming that's on advice of the lawyer to make sure that she's getting paid from all of the, everybody's got their hand out or they're doing stuff, and they want to make sure that she gets compensated for it. Because let's all be honest, this is 15 minutes of fame here, right? Like, or 15 seconds of fame, however you want to look at it. This is not going to last. This is, there'll be something new next month, and she'll be more or less forgotten unless something else happens. She knows that apparently, and so she just doesn't want to get taken advantage of, and she definitely doesn't want to. She's not seeking fame, I guess, is what the boils down to. Really, it's not a first, Dano. I think we're just jaded because of all the 304 OF girls, which are a very small percentage of actual women. She doesn't want fame. She nuked all of her social media. She's literally in hiding, and her friends are in hiding right now. Like that, while I was at the hat shop, or I don't know what you would call a guy. It's not really a merch shop at the guy who manufactured the clothing guy. While I was there was literally a reporter and a photographer pull up. They've been all over town. They've been trying to get at everyone. They know that she's lawyered up. No, Dano, that's absolutely wrong, and I'll get to that. They know she's lawyered up. They can't get there's no way for them to get in touch with her, but they're going around to every possible avenue to get her phone number or to get a message to her, to have get somehow establish contact. This new reporter was, and he was nice enough. He actually took some pictures of me and the hat and t-shirt guy, because it never actually occurred to me to get a picture while I was there with the guy, but until he said, "Oh, that guy's a photographer," and I'm like, "Oh, okay. Why? Well, here, take a picture because this is kind of cool." The supplier and we talked for quite a while. Actually, we could have talked all afternoon, I think. He kind of told me, I think he knows her family. He doesn't think she's ever had a boyfriend. He said he would be very surprised if she's ever been on more than one or two dates ever. And I know that flies in the face of all of you, all of the people out there. But I kind of believe it. Right. And he's, and apparently he was on a radio show a day or so ago, and he said that he had done the radio interview, and it told them that he's not giving out any personal information. There's no, he's not putting anybody in contact, but he'll talk about generic stuff. And one of the things that they had apparently asked him was what her mother and father think about all of this. And he said he has no fucking clue because he's not, he doesn't get involved in other people's family business. He minds his own. And I thought that was a really cool thing for him to say, because I'm positive that he probably really does know how the parents feel. And he's just being a stand-up guy and not putting the business out in the streets. I applaud that. Actually, I applaud everything this man does, and we're going to get into that in just a minute. But as far as Haley goes, as near as I can tell, this is not legend. This is just someone being a normal person who doesn't seek fame, who's freaked out by it. Her best friend is having to hide. Her best friend and her best friend's entire family is basically trapped and hiding in their home, because if they come out, they're immediately followed or more or less harassed to get information about this girl, where they can find her, where they can talk to her. And then we all know that this is fleeting, and it's really, it's literally the vultures circling, right? We all know that. Come on, we're grown ass men and women. So the real story here, in my opinion, there's two real stories. First of all, shout out to Haley. You were funny. You said some interesting, cool, controversial shit, but you're probably not a whore. Shout out. Awesome. Fucking A. Great job. And I kind of called that from the beginning. I don't and you know, I would be very surprised. As far as this Grit Moon, that surprise. Well, we all how many times do we talk about how the hot women have so much trouble actually finding a boyfriend? And here is a semi-hot woman who lives out literally out in a rural area, who's probably known every dude within 100 miles since maybe not 100, maybe 50 miles. Every dude within 50 miles, she either went to school with them since kindergarten, or they played sports against them every year since her freshman year in high school, maybe even in middle school. So how is that weird? How is this? This is fucking normal, people. We're jaded as fuck. We are so fucked up in our heads that when a normal person presents themselves and just says something kind of stupid and funny, we immediately jump to the conclusion that she's walking Lower Broadway every night, trolling for Johns, which is fucking hilarious to me on one level, but really sad on another. I think it's really bad. I think it's really bad form. So shout out to Haley for not being that. I don't believe that she is. I believe the gentleman's assessment that she's probably never had a boyfriend. If she has, it's not serious. And I believe that. I will buy into that. I will even co-sign on that. Somebody's trying to get my attention. Give 1 second, folks. 1 second. I want to pull Glenn up if he is available, because I want him in on this, because he's been kind of here. So all right, so hopefully Glenn will pop up here in a minute. He may be busy. He may be working. I don't know. Who knows? But we'll see. So here's the thing, guys. So shout out to Haley for not being a whore, right? Respect, 100%. She, and even bigger shout out for nuking all of her social media and not parading half-ass naked in front of everybody to get more clicks. Shout the fuck out, guys. That should be W's in the chat across the world for this happening. Oh, wrong button. Yeah. All right. Let me throw that down. Wrong window, motherfucker. Let's see. Yeah. But yeah, so she apparently, she just, and honestly, she didn't even take that whole deal seriously. Like, she was just having fun. So, yeah, I can't. So I started out on this little adventure of mine because she is local to me. I was pretty convinced, because I've seen this my whole life, where you have these kind of hot rural girls, country girls, whatever you want to call them, that are, they really only ever have one or two boyfriends ever in their life. So the the fact that she just is nuking all of her social media, not communicating with anybody, like, everybody has reached out to this girl. Everybody. Joe Rogan has reached out to her. Brian from Whatever wants her on the show, obviously. Hopefully he's watching this. And dudes, faith has been restored a little bit, Anson, I see that L. That's not an L. It's a win, bro. It's a win. And her friend hasn't sold her out. Now, here's the other side of the story. Her whole community with probably some notable exceptions, has rallied around her. Nobody's given the press her phone number, as far as I know. They can't contact her. Nobody has been able to get her social media or email, or if she does, if any social media that she may not have nuked, nobody's been able to get a hold of her for the story, right? And I'm sure, obviously, the reporter that was there was like, this is a big story for us. It'll probably only be like 15 or 20 minutes, but it's a lot of coverage, and it's a big story. They were willing to pay money to her friend and her family to get in touch with, just to be put in touch with her. And so the fact that these people have kind of surrounded her and said, no, even if we did know, we're not telling you, right? The I don't quite get that, but we'll talk about it in a minute. So, she's not, again, she's not on OF. She has no plans to be on OF, as near as I can tell. She has no plans to go out to California and do porn at this point. I don't know. Maybe that'll change. People change at the drop of a hat. The gentleman that I went and dealt with, who's going to be making my t-shirts and stuff, that gentleman literally told me and told the press guys, and I heard him tell several people on the phone that he has no intention of giving any personal information out. Period. And he could, literally he could leak it and nobody would know, and somebody pay him money for it, and he could do that, but he's not. And I sat there while the press was there. I was literally, that's who took the picture on that serves as a thumbnail for this this episode. So I'm honestly impressed. A little bit of faith restored. The whole thing is awesome, because let's just be honest. If this happened in California, that girl would be on every news station, every 30 minutes, her face would be up on a new broadcast, right? Talking about, whatever. I think it kind of overwhelms her that she's a meme at this point, but it'll go away like anything else. And I just, I find it pretty impressive, actually. So, chicks aren't funny. Usually I agree with you, but this was pretty fucking funny. And apparently that's just her personality. She's I guess in the South, we call them bubbly. She's a bubbly person. And, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, she has no interest in any of this, and the real story is that the whole community is protecting this girl's privacy, even her friends who are being harassed. So that's the real story. I don't know who her dad is. I do not know. I do not know pretty much any of this. So, and even if I did, the only information I'm going to give out is what I'm talking about here. Even if I did know, I wouldn't share it. I did tell her, sorry, I haven't had breakfast, so I'm hungry. I know how it feels not to have breakfast. I haven't had lunch either. So I'm going to have some cheese and eat on camera, which I don't normally do. So the interesting thing about this whole deal to me is this rallying around and the protecting of the privacy. I mean, that reporter sat in this guy's shop for at least half an hour, and he was dumbfounded. He was like, I can't believe she doesn't want to collect on this fame. I can't believe that, she's not talking to anyone. I can't believe she's so hard to get a hold of. I can't believe she nuked her social media. Like, there's nothing out there from this girl at all. And the gentleman's response was, I'm not. That's just who she is. So again, it's heartening, right? It's really heartening. It's really the way things should be. This will all be gone in a month, maybe 3 weeks. Nobody will even remember wanting to know who she is. I think it's the speed at which it spread, right, guy? I think that's why they care. I think that's the only reason they care. It's actually not a big deal. It's a funny thing, right? Like the fact that I think what's making it a big deal, Anson, is that she's not seeking fame. If she had come out and been on the 6 o'clock news, we'd have already forgotten about it. If we knew every single thing about her, we wouldn't care. That I think honestly, it's the fact that she's acting normally, which is now abnormally, right? Because all right, normal people don't seek fame. Normal people don't want to be in the paper. Normal people don't want their business in the street. But I gotta go. Hang on, it'll take me a minute to mod them up, but I'll do it. Let's see. Where do I do that? Yeah, here we go. Nope. Boom. Stand by while I mod up a mod. Wrong deal. All right, there we go. Yeah, just stand by one sec, guys. But is it not the reason that it's such a weird deal, the fact that she is not out there shaking her ass all over the place? Is that not really the reason why this is interesting? Because if she was, it wouldn't be that interesting and she'd already be forgotten. So, right. Yeah, this is right. Dano's right. 100%. Yeah, the chick that got kicked off the plane, we wanted to know every single thing about her. And as soon as we knew everything, we didn't care anymore. I think one confusing aspect, though, is someone not seeking fame generally doesn't create much around it. I do feel bad for the women involved with how much paparazzi harassment she's getting, though. So I don't even know if she's I don't even know if she's staying at home. I doubt it. I don't know where she is, but I doubt she's staying at home. So the only merchant, and I think that she had to kind of be talked into the hat thing. And let me tell you, this is kind of a sidebar thing. I think the only reason she got into any of it, I think the only reason that she got into any of it is the guys on the website, the guys who made the video started selling merch, and she was like, hey, these guys are making a bunch of money off of this, off of me. And specifically me. It wasn't like, like it was just a street interview. And literally those guys did at least a dozen that night. This is the only one that was funny enough. And this one was the only one that's funny enough. And it's the only saying that it's the only merch these guys have ever put out, as near as I can tell. And when she saw that, I think that's when she said, hey, I know a hat guy, in my neighborhood, basically. So we'll do that. And yeah, so that's it. I think that's the answer behind the merch. And then I think somebody has probably told her, and rightly so, that she needed to lawyer up to control a lot of, especially I think the thing that worries her the most are all the fake media fake social media accounts claiming to be her. And You just never know, right? Right? You just never know. What am I missing? Somebody's wanting my attention. I don't see it. Whatever. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. I think it's really not that crazy. It's really, and the thing is like I I, I feel like it's just an act to begin with. So yeah, Big Jake's ranch. Yeah, man, I agree with you, man. It's just not, it's cool. It's not that cool. Work, man. Get some work done. Have a good rest of your day, brother. Yeah, so I think again, I think that what's interesting to people is the fact that she's not coming forward and she's not doing she's not on Joe Rogan already, right? Like all of the things that people have come to normatively expect from going viral. She doesn't have a YouTube channel, as near as I can tell. She doesn't have a podcast. She doesn't have an OF. She doesn't do any of that stuff. And even the Only Pans video YouTube channel, even the Only Pans girl is now she did a thing on hamburgers or something yesterday, and somebody sent it to me and showed me that, or at the end of it, she does the Hauk Tuah on it. I thought that was really fucking funny. Yeah, that's funny. I like that. You won't cash her outside. Yeah, yeah, she cashes out inside. And I mean, it's so bad that the guy who's doing the hats, to get the hats signed, I have no idea how they're getting the hat signed. He told her not to come there. I guess she went there one time. And there's some pictures of her signing in that shop. But he's told her not to come back. I don't know how they're getting the hats signed. They are getting the hats signed. You can buy a signed hat if you want one. I did. I bought two because I think they're cool. Here's the other one. So there you go. Look at that. Yeah. Haley with a little heart. So country girl, to be honest. And yeah, just normal stuff. It's a CIA psyop. I like that. I like that a lot. Anson, you're on to something. You're on to something. So I like that. Yeah. It's good stuff, guys. It's good stuff. It kind of warms my heart, to be honest with you, because honestly, I really expected to roll down there. To be honest, I halfway expected to roll down there and it be his daughter or something, right? Or his daughter's friend, which it very well could be. I don't know. I didn't ask. But it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. And the whole community is, well, not the whole community. All the people that know her in the community have literally rallied around her and they're protecting her. So, jury duty. What? I've never had jury duty. I somehow always they don't even send me the thing anymore. She's not going to go on whatever. I promise you. I told the guy today, I like, look, my buddy Brian would love to have her on his show. He's got 1 billion views on his channel, on his videos and clips and everything. He would be the right show for her to go on to, but it would probably be really rough on her. And and look, I'm not trying to stab Brian in the back, and I'm not trying to not farm content, but I literally told the dude, I'm like, if she is what you're saying, then she does not need to go on whatever. They'll rip her apart and she'll be really angry about it. So I literally told him not to go on there. I said, if she wanted to do something remotely, and she'd have to go to California, and they don't like California. I don't think that you would get her on a plane to go there. So she'd have to remote in anyway. And I told him that if she wanted to be on, well, I gave him, obviously we're talking about my show while I'm there. I'm showing, and unfortunately he doesn't even have fucking internet, bro. Like he has wired internet, but like, there's no, like, you're not getting a signal enough to have internet. I couldn't even pull up my website to show him my channel so that to give him an idea of what I wanted as far as merch. So I'm going to have to email him everything. Like he's got wired internet. That's it. Like that's it. There's no, I'm sure he has a router, but yeah, she, I told him that if she would like to be on my show, it's small and I won't beat her up or anything. And if she wants to, great. If not, it's cool. Don't even give her my number. But yeah, I would do that. So, yeah. Sorry guys, I'm eating some cheese. I have not had breakfast or lunch. I'm starving. So, because of my commitment to the process, I had to drive down this morning and meet with that guy. I had to meet. I needed to meet with him anyway about the merch. The nice thing is I can go down and I can drive down. He's an hour from me. I can either drive straight to his shop, pick up the stuff if I need it, or he can meet me in several of any places where we each only have to drive about a half an hour. I know exactly how I feel if I didn't have breakfast because I didn't have breakfast and I'm hungry. I'm very hungry. I want some food. I honestly give Hauk to about another 2 weeks, and then it'll be replaced by something else. So, yep. I was hoping Glenn would get on. I kind of really wanted to throw this back and forth with him about my, how he might see this. But yeah, I thought it was hilarious that she just literally worked up until recently. Apparently, she worked in just a little market roads, like we have them here. I don't know if you guys have them here, but they're just like gas stations with deli counters and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. You're already tired of them, bro? No, come on, man. They're great. Great. They're really funny. They're really funny. But yeah, I give it another week at best. Maybe 2 weeks. So. And speak of the man, and there he appears.
What up, bro?
I got my Hauk Tuah hat.
I saw somebody dropped a clip in my back chat or my Discord.
Signed, bro.
Did you get it? So you got that from the grandpa?
That's not her grandpa.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he looks like a grandpa for sure. He does look like one.
So
yeah, I went down there. Sorry, so I'll recap. So I drove down. So yesterday I called the guy. Well, I called the guy yesterday and left a message saying, "Hey, I found you through the Hauk Tuah thing. And I'm kind of interested in buying a hat or whatever, but I see you do merch. I'm about to do merch, and I was going to do Printly or Printify or whatever.
Yeah.
Shopify, one of the fives. And I would just as soon pay a local guy if you're competitive." He's like, "Oh yeah, we're pretty competitive. No big deal. We'll make it happen." And so I said, "Great. I'll drive down in the morning and check it out." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, no problem." So I'll be gone a little after 10 or 11, probably. I got to run into UPS and other things. But otherwise, yeah, it's cool. Don't worry about it. I'm like, all right, cool. So I drove down there. I tried to stream with you guys until I got out in the deep country. So
did you go to Nashville?
No, it's outside. Dude, this is it's south of Nashville.
Okay.
It is far out. Like,
What do you mean
it's-
far out? Like, you like where the hills have eyes?
well, we don't have that kind of thing going on, but guarantee it's redneck. I mean, it's red. I don't know if you guys saw when I turned the camera around and all you could see was tractors. That was pretty funny. And but yeah, it's definitely farm country and state parks. There's farms and state parks, and that's about it. There's nothing else out there. There's no real signal. You drive through a town, and the town is like old style towns, right? Like a main street, a few buildings, and
Couple
that's
blinking lights, and that's it.
a couple of blinking lights, and that's it.
Yeah.
And so I drove down. I got there, didn't have signal with my phone. That was very interesting. Talked with a guy. I said, "Look, man, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I got to ask you about this girl. You know, I'm like, what's up? You know?" And and he's like, "Yeah, he knows her. Known her, I guess, probably a good part of her life. She doesn't live that close to him, but within a couple of towns." Maybe the same town. I don't know. He was being vague, and that's okay. And he's like, "Look, I'm not going to give out any personal information. I don't mind kind of talking around it, and talking about, this, that, and the other thing, but I'm not going to, I'm just not going to give out any personal information."
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like,
not going to out the girl.
yeah, I'm like, I totally respect that. I wouldn't ask you to. So it's all good. Don't worry about it. We're cool. And so we start talking about the shirts and the hats and that kind of thing. And I'm like, "Oh, these are the hats." And he has some that are signed there. And I'm like, "Are these for sale or are they sold and you're about to box them up?" He's like, "Nope, you can buy one." I'm like, "Okay, I'll buy two." Not a bad price for a stitched hat. Now these are all stitched. This one's a leather patch, but this is all stitching. This is actually a really high quality hat. And he has a machine there that makes hats. That's what he does. That's his actual living now. He's retired, but this is his retirement business. And he has I think he can do 6 or 8 hats at a time. And it's a multi-color sewing machine, so it's got like 7 or 8 colors of thread that he can do consecutively. So it's pretty cool machine. I think he said it was 55 grand or 60 grand or some crap like that. It's very expensive. So he makes hats and stuff, and I guess they had some connection, probably through school or family, or she dated his kid, or who knows? I don't know. I doubt that she dated his kid, but anyway, they have some relation, and this is how he started making hats for her. And so I'm like, that's awesome, man. I'm like, "What do you think of the whole thing?" He's like, "Well, I was on a radio show and they asked me about what did I think her parents thought about all of this." And he told the radio show, well, he didn't know, it's none of his business, but probably not much, because it was literally, she was downtown Nashville for the CMA for CMA Fest, right? They do the CMA awards every year. And so she's down there for the big party. It's basically a week-long party. You're probably aware of it. You seem like you pay attention to music stuff.
Talking about the Country Music Awards, right?
Yeah, Country Music Awards.
Yep.
Yeah. And they have Country Music Fest, which is basically a week-long party downtown.
Isn't that all that's leading up to the actual?
Yeah, it's all leading up to the awards. Yeah.
Yeah, the week of.
Yeah, week of. Yeah, it's basically it starts like the Thursday or Friday before, continues for a full week, and then you have the awards like on Saturday or something, and then then that's done. So so I'm like, "Hey, man, this is pretty good. Pretty good work, man. I like the hats." And he's like, "Yeah, it's cool. It's, I guess his wife is the graphic designer and did the design. And the reason that she came out with her own hats is because of the website that actually shot the video. The guys that were walking around downtown that night asking these girls these questions. That website was selling hats. And she, I'm assuming that someone, probably a family member, told her that, hey, this, you need to get in on this too. Like this is really your fame, right? And so that's why she's doing hats. She has engaged a lawyer, and she has engaged a talent representative. And I think that that's really just to make sure she doesn't get screwed over, right? So, and who knows? I honestly don't think, I mean, this is one of those things that lasts maybe a few weeks. And it seems like everybody knows that, even the girl. But she nuked all of her social media. That's no lie. That she absolutely did that. She did that herself. She absolutely nuked it. And so that that was a big deal. I think that's a big deal. It's very rare that I hear about a female nuking their social media. So ever. She has no interest in talking to anybody. While I was there, a reporter from some New York newspaper, I forget which one, a reporter and a photographer showed up while I was there, unannounced, didn't call, or they probably did try and call, but the guy's not answering his phone. He's screening all of his calls. So they pull in, they pull down the driveway, walk in, hey, how are you doing? We're from, whatever. I think I really wish I could remember what newspaper they're from. The reporter was actually from London, but I guess he lives in Florida now and works for this New York newspaper.
Okay.
And and me and the guy had been just talking the whole time about my podcast, about the t-shirts I want, about how long it takes him to make them. I mean, I'm actually talking business over here. I'm like, how long does it take you if I order 10 t-shirts? How long does it take you to put together a 10-pack for me?
Wait a minute. This girl, you're telling me this girl got a talent agent?
Yeah, not a representative.
Or she's talking like it's more of like
I think her lawyer,
like a PR rep, probably a PR rep.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say an agent. Like
she engaged a lawyer to start with.
That's smart.
And then I think the lawyer said, "Hey, I don't really know enough about all of these merchandising rights and all of these deals that are coming at, that are literally flying at her. I don't know enough about this, so let's engage this company that's what they do, right?" And so I think the lawyer told her to engage, but I don't know. I'm guessing here. It seemed like the lawyer came first, and then the representative on the talent side. And I'm guessing that's probably to book, because I think Joe Rogan's reached out to her. Everybody's reaching out to her, literally everybody. There were at least 4 calls from California area codes while I was standing there.
Well, I mean, I bet like her little 30 seconds of fame was like, like the big new talk of the town. Like, I didn't even know what was going on. You had to show me who this girl was yesterday.
I know. Right. Yeah. So, and so then we kind of talked about the girl herself, right? Like we initially, when I got there, we started talking. I told him, I'm like, "Hey man, I gotta know what's up with this." And he's like, "Well, she used to work down at the corner market. Very quiet girl. I mean, she's funny, and she's, we would call her bubbly in the South, right? She's just a funny girl. And
she's a character.
She's a character. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. We would also say that in the South. She's a character, and she's always been that way, apparently, but she's also pretty young, I think. And she just kind of was having a girls' night in Nashville and didn't think anything about this whole thing. It was all kind of, just a joke to her. It wasn't like she was seriously answering questions. It wasn't nothing. It was just like, she didn't think of anything about it. She was like, "Oh, it's funny. I'll just do it." And then it all blew up. And, so the guy said that he did not think she'd ever even had a boyfriend. She maybe dated a couple of times, but he's not aware of her ever having a boyfriend that she went around with. And which is not unsurprising. And I called that yesterday. I told you that I wouldn't be surprised if she'd never had a boyfriend. And you and I were kind of in agreement. You were,
Yeah.
I think you were like, well, she's probably dated, she's probably,
Well, I was like, I really don't know. Like, I mean, like, she could have, like, you said boyfriend. Now, I didn't say boyfriend.
Well, you said that she probably was a virgin.
Yeah.
What I think you said.
I said she probably
I
is
went
not
further and said she probably never even had a boyfriend.
Yeah. But I mean, and I said I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
We both could be, but again, and so then he and I got to talking about all the shirt stuff and the what he can do. He can do beanies, he can do hats, he can do laser etched Yeti cups and all that kind of stuff. We can do dog bowls. I mean, I can do all kinds of merch, and it's right here in my backyard, so it's awesome.
And how's the price point? What's the price point for merch?
It's actually pretty good.
Do they ship it out for you, or do you have to ship it out?
Either way, I can drive down and get it. He'll drive up and meet me.
The cool thing, like with Teespring or anything like that,
yeah,
you got to ship anything.
Right. I told him, I said, hey, I'd like to kind of getting into the merch side of it. And we'll quit talking about the we'll quit talking about the girl for a minute.
Yeah. I was just wondering. I didn't mean to divert.
No. It's a good break. So on the merch side of it, it was really cool because he's competitively priced with like Printly or Printify or what I forget the other one. I can't keep them all straight. So he's pretty competitive with all of the shirt providers. He's a tick more. I think I could get them cheaper, but I can guarantee the quality and I can guarantee the shirts that I can literally drive down and look and see that I'm actually getting Jersey or Gildan or whatever shirts, right? And so that's kind of cool. That's actually a pretty cool thing. He can ship. They ship daily, and I don't think that they charge anything really extra for it because they're going anyway. And so all of it, the price point I think is good. I don't know that it's like, I think I could like really get cheap, but he strikes me, which is good. He strikes me as a mid to high end guy. He doesn't want to do the cheapest t-shirts. He doesn't want to do, he doesn't want to do like the 3 for $6 in the Bahama t-shirt, right? I don't know if you've been to the Bahamas, but they, buy 3 t-shirts for $6 or whatever.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be that guy. He doesn't want to be that guy. So, and so that's the interesting part of it. Chris, you're a pretty salty dude. Overanalyzing that girl that went viral, slow content day. No, I went down and visited the people that know her. So it's not slow content.
I mean, it was in
real
his backyard. Like it literally was in his backyard.
Yeah, it's literally in my backyard.
If he has the time and it's not costing him anything.
Well, I literally went down to talk to the guy about merch. I mean, it was just kind of a combined trip. It was fortuitous.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense. Like, I don't know.
Bro, wine coolers, bro. Wine cooler. Southern girly girls drink wine coolers, bro.
She probably drinks that like Smirnoff wine cooler, like the
right. Yeah.
Or like the Mike Hard's wine coolers.
Yep. Or the lemonade.
The lemonade, yep.
Yep.
The hard lemonade.
Yep. Hard lemonade. Yeah. But I bet she's probably a full strength Bud or maybe Michelob girl when she does drink beer. I bet she's a heavy duty. I bet she's a heavy duty beer.
I don't know many like beer drinkers that are chicks.
I'm just saying she's young, beer's cheap. People drink beer.
But she's a girl. She ain't paying.
Yeah. So here in Alabama, quite a few girls like Haley, which makes the rest of the world seem insane, especially women on either of the coasts. Right. That's my point from earlier. Like, what's insane, what seems insane about this is she's not seeking fame. She's not been on a single news program. She's not even been on the radio program. She is literally nuked her social media. The reporter was he was just like, that seems so odd. Like, it was like he just was in disbelief. And they were like, kind of like, no, this is like, I consider
think she's probably embarrassed, if anything.
I think she is.
I think she was like, feeling herself. She was
Yeah,
drunk, having
fun.
a good time with a friend. And, she said something probably she regrets or, doesn't want to be known as that girl. Now she's known as that girl. She's embarrassed of her actions. And, she nuked everything just because it's embarrassing. She doesn't want to be tagged in it all.
Right. And I think that she doesn't want people contacting her. I think that she's probably really.
Well, yeah, that's interesting because, she's not leaning into it to try to make $1 because, like, she could go on all these podcasts, right?
Yeah.
And
she has been offered money. This is not, and this isn't a guest. She has been offered money and she's turned it down. Like, that's not a guess.
Maybe like, she's kind of embarrassed. Like, maybe her family got on her like, yo, that was an embarrassment. Like, you're making yourself look like a whore or whatever. And, how do you think that makes your parents look?
Yeah.
Like, I think that probably has something to do with it. If she comes from a small town like that, like small town gossip like that, like that's like devastating.
Death. That's death, bro.
That's devastating. Like her parents could be like, shunned and, like blacklisted.
Right.
Especially if like there's like the one church in town and like that's where they go and like.
Well, that's not here in the South. There's a church.
No, but I'm just saying, think about like that little ass town is that one church and that's where their family goes. And then like everybody knows that she's the Hauk Tuah girl. And
right. Everybody
come in the church and everybody's like,
yeah. And so here's what I was talking about earlier before you came on is what really the real story is the level of privacy she's being afforded by her immediate circle of friends and family. Like her best friend that's in the video and her family are basically barricaded in their home because every time they try and leave, they're followed or outright harassed by reporters, photographers, news people, all of that. So, so I mean, it's pretty interesting, right? Like,
well, wait a minute. So like
for us,
did the friend like get rid of her social too?
I don't know, but I don't know her friend's name. I don't even know how these people found her friend's name. But they're very good, obviously, at their job.
Because of like her friend would probably be the closest way to get
for you.
Get to her.
Yeah. Right. I'm assuming that, the news people are very, very good at their jobs and they went back and like pulled school records or some shit and all of that. So, but yeah, I mean, I mean, honestly, I can't fault this girl. And I'm the big story to me is all of her friends, right? Like all of her friends are standing by her, right? Like, and they're protecting her from this assault.
No, what the big story is, she's not leaning into it and trying to.
Yeah, that is a big story.
That's
well, we don't know.
Story.
I don't want
the bigger story.
I don't want. Look, given enough time, the temptation can do amazing things given enough time. But yes, right now the story is that she nuked her social media completely.
How long has this like story been about?
About 2 weeks. CMA Fest was like 2.5 weeks ago, maybe. So And the reason it's really gained a lot of ground is a satirical news website wrote an article about her, or posted an article about her being fired for being in that video, which is it was totally false. Right? Like she's not a preschool teacher. She didn't get fired. And there was very little truth to the story at all. And I think the story's still out there. You can still find it, but it's satire. And people were actually sending money in for this poor girl who got fired for being in this video. And then the scammers started. And so one of the reasons why I think she's nuked all of her social media is because she can now say she has no social media. And if you see anyone claiming to be her, it's a scam. Like any website that says they're her, it's a scam. Or any Instagram, Facebook, any of that. So, yeah.
I think that, this is all like I said, she got embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't think it's going to blow up as much as it did. And it's a bad look on the family. Or maybe even the community that she's in. Oh,
Beating
that
cheeks.
fag bag.
That fag bag is in the bag. What's up, fag?
Our favorite incel.
You can't be an incel if you're dating every week.
He's not dating every week. He doesn't do that anymore. He plays video games for hours on end on his days off.
If only that were true. If only. I can say whatever I want.
Hey, Bean Cheeks, tell them that you are an incel that plays video games all day long now on your days off. Come on, don't make me look like a liar. You told me that's all you do these days. It's like I think or here's the other thing. Maybe she's talking to a dude, right?
Probably. She's cute.
And she just embarrassed herself and she doesn't want
she did say that. She said there was one dude she wanted in that. That was about the only time that she was serious. Yeah. The only time she was actually serious.
I thought she said that was the one that got away or whatever.
No, she said I only want one, but until he comes around.
That's right. That's
the only time she was serious in that whole deal.
That's right.
Beaten Cheeks. I flirt with TOS quite often. I can say it. I can't say it repeatedly, and I can't say it in a derogatory manner. I'm saying it in a friendly greeting manner. What's up, fag? So,
yeah, I'm just not gonna say it because I'll be the one that gets him nuked. So
he'll be the fifth of my five chances. So
the fifth offense of saying the word, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
So did you catch the clip of whatever the girl?
No.
Oh man. So this girl says she's Orthodox. And then Andrew starts asking her questions about her being Orthodox, and she's not Orthodox. And Andrew's
that's not smart.
Oh, you should watch it. You should watch it. It's hilarious. It is.
That's just not smart.
I played it last night. It was hilarious. I was dying. Andrew's no, you are not one of us.
That's
that was funny.
Pretty crazy.
So what do you think is going to get this girl to do you think after talking to the people that know her, this girl is going to surface and try to do a, podcast or something to make, come on. Yeah. Sorry.
While he's yawning, Kevin, it's how many times you say it. It's and they don't define repeatedly. They just say repeatedly. Cannot repeatedly use words such, and they don't even tell you what words. They just say such as. They don't say, there's not a list. There's not a definitive list of banned words. Poop could be banned for all I know. We couldn't talk about changing baby diapers. Maybe, I don't know, because you couldn't say poop. For all we know, there's not a list that I'm aware of. It's just whatever YouTube decides is quote unquote offensive.
Yep.
That's why TOS sucks. That's why when people say, well, you can't do that because on TOS, I'm like, well, I don't know that I can. I don't know that I can't. I may not be able to say.
We really don't know what TOS is. Like,
well, we know what the intent is.
Yeah, they
don't know there's no limits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Danson's right. This is actually a very good way to look at it. They're banning the thoughts. The thought is the dangerous, isn't known until it is banned. And they since they don't tell you what words you can't say, you start policing yourself to just not say anything that you think might get you deplatformed. It's insidious is the right word. Insidious, which is probably also on the list. I don't check my telephono in the stream, you queer.
And he means
I'm
that.
I am so glad
he means that in a greeting as well. A greeting, loving greeting.
Yeah, I mean that in the best possible way. Thank God it's your month, because you certainly can't thank me for it. You
only a few more days. Only a few more days.
That's right. Only a few more days. And then it's your month again, isn't it? Dark Skin Guy month next month.
July?
Yeah. Oh, no, that was. I don't. Wait, which one's Black History Month? Which month?
That's like February, bro.
Is that February? See, I don't keep up with it. They have too many months. Everything's a month now. It's probably gay lesbian.
So wait a minute. How does B and Cheeks get Black History Month?
Because he's half black, bro. He's black.
Yeah, but that Mexican side of him, just waters it all out.
Waters it all out. It's he's African, bro. He might be Corsican, for all I know.
The fact that I just called him Mexican is probably going to be more offensive than anything.
Yeah, that's what's going to do it. You're going to Glenn just gets me
damn well he's not Mexican, but he's
well, at least he's not Honduran.
I mean, hold on. I got to 1 second here. I gotta put my favorite avatar on.
Oh, you asshole! Oh, what's that called?
Perfecto, Berto.
Oh,
Perfecto.
The bottom is me happy. The top is me really happy.
I
got like 29 minutes before.
29 minutes
before your next arrest.
You've never lasted 29 minutes in your life.
You know what? You're right.
What's going on, Cheeks?
Well, I'm just prepping for this new customer. I sold him on my business plan, and he loved it. My cyber stuff. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. I've been selling my body like a freaking OF prostitute lately, man.
I could totally see that.
For good.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were
I'm an incel, bro. I've been selling it up.
I've
been selling it up.
How are you an incel if you're selling your body?
No, I'm selling my product, my business, not my actual body. When they see me, they're like, damn. All right, this guy might know his shit, Because you have to be able to memorize or basically know that you're knowledgeable enough to not read off no script or anything like that. You know what I mean? So they know you ain't bullshitting.
He's mochaccino.
Sorry, I would have my camera on, but it's fucking dark in here, and I don't want to fix my lighting and shit in my office before I get ready for this other bullshit. But anyways, so
what can be made for cafe au lait, but he's mochaccino.
Yeah, I would just say caramel or peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
There you
I
go.
would say
Peanut
more
butter.
like dog shit, but you know.
God damn.
Oh, ow, man.
Yo,
I
man,
meant that-
I thought we were,
meant-
I thought we were fags together, bro.
I
What's
said
going
that
on?
with love. I said that with love.
Yeah, me too. I said that with love too. There's no
I know that's
ill
why I
will
didn't take offense
intention.
to it.
Yeah, man. Yo, man,
Hey, hold on, Cheeks. Who says this? Fuck you, heartfelt.
I don't know. That sounds gay, dude.
Heartfelt.
Grid, who says that?
I don't know. Who says that?
I don't know.
You don't remember? Oh, you guys don't remember when
No.
what's his name? Murphy? Jack Murphy was on that show with like
I don't watch TV, bro. I'm sorry.
no, it's not TV, it was a podcast. It was with Elijah Schaefer and what's her name? She's this chick that
Sydney Watson?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then she was asking about the
Yeah, I
cup
remember
article
that.
he wrote, and he's like, "Fuck you, heartfelt." And
Yeah. I do remember that. That was a long time ago, dude. What, dude?
You guys
Did his Twitter
gotta
get banned?
remember. What?
Did his Twitter get banned?
I don't know. Actually,
I haven't seen
just
his.
You. You are the only person on Twitter banned right now.
I don't even know how do
He's
you
shadow
get,
banned. He's
how
shadow
do you-
banned.
how do you get yourself banned on Twitter, bro? Like
I'm not gonna explain. I'm not gonna
banned on Twitter.
Dude, I couldn't even say it on Rumble, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be very, very like on the line on this. I said, oh fuck. Let me pull up my email.
Just message it to us so we know.
Well, I did. Did I send you a screenshot?
No,
I sent it to Grid.
well, I'm not Grid.
Yeah, I did send it to him. All right, so there's an account called Mom. This is one of my favorite accounts. They even follow me. It's pretty funny because they always repost my shit on feminist talking points. And then I said, it's fag pedo month. Of course, I'm thinking about someone said something about like, no,
Hang on.
someone
hang
said
on.
something.
Stand by. Generally specific. If you don't like the content, you're welcome to find the door. If you can't find it, we'll help you.
Yeah. Anyways, I said something about like I don't know. Someone said something about oh yeah, you guys should look into the LGBT whatever community, take us more serious or some shit. And I'm like, and I said, it's fag pedo month, of course. I'm always thinking about how you guys have ruined my birth month, so I have to change that around and not to lie to people so they don't associate me with you people. And of course, I'm thinking daily about how we can put. Oh yeah, this is the part where I really can't say out loud. I guess I'll just put it in like lower TOS version. I basically said the P words should not be living in society. Put it that way. In a much more harsh words I should say. And
Cheeks, as exciting as this is, I've got it. My buddy Ghost 1978 was asking about the Hauk Tuah. I
don't know what that I keep hearing about. I got the video sent to me, but I don't know what the fuck is
Basically,
about.
some chick said you got to spit on it.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh yeah, I used to love it when women do that.
Signed.
You met her?
No. I wish. I tried. I tried very hard because
isn't she in your area?
She's
In
in his
Tennessee?
backyard.
but literally my back like an hour from here. She's at 10 minutes from my mom's house.
And where was it at? I know it was somewhere in the south here, Tennessee and Nashville,
Yep.
I assume. Nashville.
She's in Nashville, or she what? Well, they filmed.
South of
They,
Nashville.
where the video clip that she was filmed in was in Nashville.
Yeah. On Broad Street.
Okay. Yeah, I've been getting told about Nashville for like over 10 years, and then when I could finally afford to do shit, my buddies that always recommended Nashville, they're like, "Yeah, don't go there, dude. It's getting fucking woke now." I'm like, "What? How's that possible? Not in the South. Miami's already that way. We don't need that bullshit and those beautiful, white country girl living, man. God damn it. I don't want my country women getting ruined by that woke feminist ideology. You know, when I was a degenerate many eons ago.
Yeah, all of yesterday, but okay.
Whoa,
Yeah,
incel,
yesterday.
bro. Hey, first of
Oh,
all,
incel.
I have been on the righteous path, of
That is right.
goodness,
That is right.
of goodness,
Cheeks,
And
That's
let me
right.
tell you guys,
are you willing to make a revelation today that you've changed your evil ways, or are you going to keep it a secret?
you want to? Okay, I'll tell him right now. I am currently looking for a church. Finally, I'm looking to finally
Look
convert.
at you, Cheeks.
Yeah, I know it's a shameful thing to do.
Nobody
You heard
said
it here first.
Yeah,
Breaking news, folks. Beaten Cheeks is no longer Beaten Cheeks and is an
He
incel.
needs to change his
And he's looking
name
for
to
a
Holy
church.
Cheeks.
what? I didn't hear you. Glenn was talking.
Chaste Cheeks.
Ooh, you know what? I should change my shit like that. Chase cheeks.
Here, I'll help you.
I mean, I was gonna do it off of my like actual accounts on things, but god damn it. Chast.
That's
You
great.
guys are something. You guys are something else, man. But hey,
Look
man,
at
I haven't talked to you
Cheeks,
guys.
moving up in the world.
I haven't talked to you guys in a minute, man. Shit, man. I was like, fuck, I got a few minutes I can kill here. I'm gonna kick it with the boys.
When is your next podcast? Is it next week or this week?
I'm gonna try and have it probably on Friday. I have
Which
another
means next
veteran.
month sometimes.
Oh, whoa. Easy there, killer. Easy there, killer. I've been talking to this other veteran. He's actually like a real men's right activist, and like he actually speaks on a behalf of like his own real experiences of how his wife has done him really wrong. I know, Glenn. I wanted to talk to you about that, but I'd rather do that on a lot like a long stream, when I have more time. But in short, weren't you also fucked over really badly in a previous marriage of
Oh
some sort?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I remember. I think I heard Pearl say something about that. The Michael Knowles interview that she had, and I was like, oh shit. Because I've talked to a few people in regards to that are local here, but it's not that many because in my area, it's more very Christian, conservative area. Hardly any divorces. I mean, I'm not saying that there aren't. I'm always, seeking men out that need help, right? Not the ones that are not the ones that already in good marriages with a bunch of fucking kids and shit. So, but yeah, man.
Yeah, man. We could break it down. We could do a breakdown on the
Go
Rumble.
ahead, break it down.
If you want, yeah, that's up to you, man. I mean, if you have time,
ahead.
I only have like little less than 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's a longer story than 20 minutes. Well, we could do an exclusive on.
You know what? How about he hasn't hit me back. How about this? We'll all do it on Rumble on Friday night. Us three. How about that?
Good. Are you open to it?
I mean, the Rumble part's kind of gay, but
what?
He does stream it to. He does stream it to.
I stream it to YouTube, but it gets stricken down immediately.
Yep. You know what's actually funny? Cheeks. Pearl hit me up yesterday.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
I told her I was like, "Yo, I got this guy. I talked to him.
His name's Grid One."
He's like, who? And I was like, the name's Beaten Cheeks. And she's like, the guy that sends all the super chats? Like, yeah, that guy. And she's like, wait till I'm done moving into Chicago. I'm like, all right, bet.
I don't know why she's moving.
Oh,
to
thanks,
Chicago.
man. I know. Well, she's not in the actual city. She's like in the rural area where like it's nice.
Like she's not in Chicago.
Yeah. But she just said Chicago. Yeah, probably like fucking. I don't know. Like
she
like Ale Brooks or something. I don't know. For all I know,
it's a very out there
nice
country.
Yeah. She lives in a nice area, not fucking
not
goddamn.
Like
not where all my fellow N-words are at.
Night owls.
No, nincompoops.
Oh, nincompoops.
Yeah,
are there a
bro.
lot of nincompoops out there?
In Chicago? You goddamn right.
Wow, I didn't know there's nincompoops. What's nincompoop? Let's see. We gotta look that up. Google.
Like an advanced idiot.
Oh shit.
Oh, so there's a lot of advanced idiots out there. Got it.
Is that what it means? Really? I didn't.
I don't actually know. I'm just making fun of you for saying
Oh,
that.
I'm just going
shit.
off of Grid's definition.
Yeah, let's just go off that. Yeah. But anyways, go ahead. Go ahead, Glenn.
Yeah, no, I'm down for Friday. We can do it Friday.
All right, let's do it Friday. Friday live on Rumble. We'll do it at like 7:00 my time. It's 6:00 Grid's time. That would be about 4:00 your time in the West
Yep.
Coast.
What day?
Yep.
Friday.
Friday.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
can
I'll
give
have-
you. I can, hey, Grid. I can send you the stuff so you can put it on your channel, and then after it ends, you can put it behind a paywall, so you don't get it struck down. So it'll be only for members only.
Ooh, I
No.
should do that too. I should have it go straight to my
To your YouTube, correct?
yeah,
I can.
just
I can.
for my members only.
Yep. And then it'll be open for me on Rumble for everyone else.
Yeah, that'll work.
So, but
That'll
anyways, yeah, I've been trying to get this guy on for like a few months now. He's a veteran. I definitely want to speak veterans, but with more often, not popular assholes like you two. You know, where you guys just shit
Yeah,
on
when
me.
you have no one else to talk to, you just come to your old faithful friends that have no problem shitting on you.
Yeah, this is I'm against bullying. Come on, man, you can't be doing that, dude.
You're not
You know,
bullying.
you came to the wrong
You guys-
place.
You know, this
This is called brotherly love.
no, man, this is called bullying, harassment. This is just
Oh,
straight
shut up! You're
mean,
starting to sound like
mean, bro.
F- Hey,
He's starting to sound like he's lighting his loafers. What he's starting to sound like.
I mean, come on, guys. This is my month, man. I'm trying to, get in touch with my feelings, guys. Come on.
You've been touching your feelings for years. Why do you think they're going to change now?
Oh, look, man. I just want to tell you right now, those feelings have not been touched, and I'm not going to tell you how many days or weeks. They say,
All right. Okay. All right.
You're a reformed man now, Cheeks. You're a reformed man now.
I am, but I think I found a church, but it's a fucking 45 minutes away, man. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I got a warning yesterday. Travis and Flint is another conservative voice that he's been on my show before. He said something in regards to he's strictly political, says some anti-feminist shit off of me sometimes. And then I just said something like, "Oh yeah, all these leftists, are a bunch of delusional idiots," or something like that. I can't remember. And someone on his Twitter, I don't know if they follow him or not. Probably not. They fucking went into my goddamn Twitter and literally started striking all my goddamn tweets.
What?
So now I'm suspended now. So I'm trying to fight that off right now. So I can't post anything for God knows how long again. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I think you want him
Wow.
on your side.
Who? That fucking liberal?
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
You appealed to Jesus Christ. I think you want him on your side.
Oh boy. But
Just saying.
yeah, man. I mean, I'm trying to find God before God finds me. All right.
Smart man.
That's a-
Smart man.
You never heard that, Grid?
It's funny that you think he lost you in the shuffle.
I think he did, dude. I think about,
Grid, just let him think that, okay? Just let him.
Yeah, man. It's about me right now, god damn it.
Yeah, just let him think what he wants to think. Sorry.
Yeah,
Every
I'm
time
in my
I-
soft guy. I'm in my soft guy era right now.
If it's gonna get him to do the right thing, let's just let him think.
Yeah, I'm in my soft guy era right now.
He-
Drizzle.
Yeah, Cheeks, here's the thing, man. Every time I thought I was lost, God knew exactly where I was. So
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
but Cheeks is Mexican, so you don't know whether or not.
Yo, dude. I know you guys are gonna get really upset about this, but the mustache is gone.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, you told me
patches,
you were gonna
huh?
grow it out more.
I know. I fucked it up the other day.
Oh.
I know. It was my birthday on Sunday, and I decided to. Thanks, man. And
Dude,
I
you
decided,
were one step away from being the next Zorro.
You really were.
dude.
Like,
And then
you could have taken out Antonio Banderas with that mustache.
look, man. All I'm saying is, I know you guys are not going to agree with what I'm about to tell you, but I kind of had to go back to my devious ways. I don't know how to get away from it, man. I just don't know how. Like, I'm trying to.
What do you mean you had to go back to your devious ways? Tell us more, please. Fill us in.
Well, I thought I blocked some women off my phone because as soon as I decided to, find the right,
here we go.
I did. I literally took all. I literally deleted. No, I blocked, deleted like a fuck ton of numbers off my phone, and I missed one or two or three, maybe
Or
8.
10.
It was a lot. I had a lot of happy birthdays, and I was like, "Who the fuck are these people?" And then I decided to answer one back. I'm like, "Hey, thanks." She's like, "I'd like to come and see you," and I was like, "All right." I gave in, but she fed me she fed me my favorite dessert, man.
And then that was it. That's all she wrote.
Okay. First of all, it's not what you think it is, you perverted motherfucker.
You don't even know what I think it is.
It's tres leches, bro.
I never said it wasn't.
You ever had tres leches before? 3 milks cake?
Yeah.
You guys, yeah, that's my fucking kryptonite, bro.
And then what did that lead to?
Cooming.
Did you coom beat cheeks?
Anyways, the mustache got rolled off.
That would be a yes.
Dude, my mustache
in judgment.
Dude,
Damn it, cheeks. I was rooting for you. I was telling people, no, he's reformed. He's a reformed.
I still am. All right, she's not like some new girl. I went out to the bar, club, whatever. It wasn't like that. All right. I haven't talked to her in forever. And I did. You slipped and fell.
You got up and you're working
on
it.
It's just a little boo-boo. That's it. That's a little boo-boo.
Okay. Okay.
I put a Band-Aid on it, but I know you guys are gonna. I can't lie, man. I literally cannot lie. Like, you guys would see through the bullshit if I had my camera on and you guys asked me certain questions, you would know if I'm fucking lying or not. So, and I know damn well Grit is definitely gonna be fucking bringing up cooming shit, and because he always does with me, and he's right. He's right to do so, and I can't lie, bro. And I'd rather just tell you now before you find out on Rumble anyway. So
that's just self-defense.
No.
He's just acting in self-interest.
So basically,
first of all,
you let it out now. It's just so you don't roast them on Rumble. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. So
it's a preemptive cooming.
Yes.
Look, man. Look, guys. I promise you, I'm not gonna fall back on my devious manners again like that.
Well, if 3 leches comes around again.
Okay, first of all, you guys did not know that, so I mean, you guys now know, but I don't fuck dudes. So nice try, Glenn. So that ain't gonna work.
Any woman that brings 3 leches is a kryptonite, right?
No, not just any woman. It has to be a very young, attractive woman, a feminine woman, and I'm not going to sleep with her.
You didn't sleep with the last one. You just said she rode your face
off. It was all activity.
You were awake the whole time.
I was awake. Yeah.
The whole time.
No sleeping took place whatsoever.
Yeah, we were just talking all night, for like
I'm
8.
sure you were.
I'm sure there was some talking going on.
It was just 11.
I mean, I'm sure there was words being exchanged, but talking, I don't know if I would call that talking.
We were talking, bro. I mean, I haven't seen her in a few months. It was nice getting, to know what she's been up to. Reacquainted, Yeah. That's it. You
Cheeks,
know.
when are you
it's
gonna
just
put a
fucking-
ring on it, Cheeks? When are you gonna put a ring on it?
Oh,
I had to make
man.
sure all the birthmarks were still there.
No, she's 29, so she's past that, age limit of mine.
Oh, she's past your dating age.
Yeah. I mean, I could make it. I'm not saying women in their 30s is,
I
out
think
of
the
the
most
question, but
important question, Cheeks, is did she Hauk Tuah?
I guess that is the real question. Did she Hauk Tuah?
dude, girls been doing that to me before that Hauk Tuah became a thing,
Well,
bro.
we understand that. It's just that it was funny. It was funnier now, or it is funnier.
Yeah.
Now. She did. Look, the silence speaks. The
I don't know what you're
silence
talking. No, I'm just looking at something else, guys. Come on. Tell me some slack here.
Whatever you say.
He's scrolling back through the video to see if she did or not.
Oh man. But
I mean, it's what I expect from a Coomer.
no, I'm not a Kuma. I promise you, I'm not Kuman, dude. I'm not out here trying to fuck every girl possible. Even if I tried, I still get turned down by 98% of them, and I'm fine with that, But I'm not saying
when you say you're not Kuman, like you mean you're not like Kuman for new chicks, but you're still Kuman for the old ones.
First of all, she's the one that sent the happy birthday text, along with like a few other women. But
and that's what
was it a naked happy birthday text? Because those are irresistible.
no. Is it weird that for a guy to tell women, even if they've already seen him naked, or even before they see them naked, to tell the women not to send them naked pictures of themselves? I don't think that's gay. I think that's pretty proper.
Women.
I never cared for that. Women do it. Fucking, I get it all the time. That's why I had to block these bitches, dude. And then
They were
I'm like,
sending it that dude. How haram can you take before you just have to say delete El Fono number row?
well, I was already sleeping with these said women before back in the day, many eons ago.
So he's saying before he changed his ways,
before I became an incel, before my
and he didn't want to stop being their friend.
I have to judge you from darkened glasses now.
How dare you? Come on.
Exactly.
Look,
how could you fall so far?
I didn't fall, dude. I just tripped. And I
it was a stumble. Like he fell into
tripped
temptation.
And my dick fell right in her. This was
fell
weird.
into temptation.
Dude. I'm just telling you guys.
We understand what you're telling us.
Like, I didn't expect anything. I didn't expect anything. I didn't expect her to come over. I didn't expect her to bring me a nice tres leches cake.
You didn't expect her to suck your dick. She didn't expect her to bend over and
I never.
You didn't expect any of that, right?
I really didn't, dude.
Cheeks, okay, I know you're not that naive there, my friend, but
look. Let me talk to you for a minute, bro. Glenn and I both have been as degenerate as you are.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, we're pretty. I was pretty degenerate.
You guys, dude.
It's not a look.
I lived all over the world.
Contest. It's not a dick measuring contest, and be glad that it isn't. So,
yeah. I was about to say I can do that too if you'd like me to.
See, that's how you know he's still in reform school.
Yeah. So, Cheeks, my friend, brother Cheeks, please, let's put down the coom.
No, that's what comes out, right? The coom is what comes out.
Yeah.
Why would he be holding the coom?
I
have more questions for Cheeks. What are you doing? Why are you touching your coom? Like, what do you play with?
I ain't touching it. I don't touch my coom. God damn it! I don't do anything. What I do is I run every other morning to prevent myself from any temptations, even touching myself. Believe it or not, I have not. I've been porn free since 2018, except for the bullshit, fucking Twitter, man. Some stupid ass whores like to fucking message me with tits, and I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me?
Anson Knowles is looking to restart some cooming and was wondering where you where you tripped so that he might. You happen to have a map.
Yeah, I can show you the roadmap. It's yeah, just you know what? Just get a new
Fraught
phone
with
number.
danger. It is fraught with danger.
Yeah, just get a new phone number.
Let's just say this: you don't want to coom anywhere where Cheeks has coomed.
Yeah,
before.
that's negative, coom. That's a
Yeah.
negative.
Stay away
kinda like,
from.
You know, in all
Cooming.
serious though, Cheeks. In all seriousness though, brother, you need to, dude.
I was good for like over a month and a half, dude. I literally was good for like a month and a half since I had
Yeah,
left my doctor. So
yeah, every few weeks, man.
this has
Gotta
been a
have
long
this-
time, dude. This has been a long time. All right, I was coom free since almost 2 months, man. Come on.
You know what, Cheeks? That was good. I give it to you. Good job, my cooming reform friend. Now you tripped, you fell, you got back up. Now let's try to go another 6 weeks. No, let's make it 8 weeks. Can we go
I'm
8
just
weeks?
I am seeing a nice young lady right now. And hey, I know. First of all, I know I told her, and I can't
You
lie.
told her you coomed?
I'm not gonna
That's
fucking
the
lie, bro.
honorable thing to do.
Well, she's not stupid either. Like I do a lot of trips and shit. She's not a fucking dumbass. Like, but I told her, I'm not gonna do anything, but if temptation might be there and I might do it. She's like, okay, just make sure you don't bring back any goddamn diseases. So.
But technically, you guys are dating. You're not dating not exclusively, right?
We'll see.
When you coomed with this other,
Even the girls are giving you a hard time, Cheeks.
I don't know who that is.
Were you dating non-exclusively, or were you just dating like
I think she wants to make it exclusive, and I'm still in that vetting phase.
There's
She's a great girl.
there's no official like exclusive dating. You're dating non-exclusively when you coomed with this other chick, right?
I mean, there's I just it just happened.
That's a bad answer. Just already starting off bad.
And look, man, she knew what she was getting into. She's messing with a little dog here. A little dog, just won his bone. That's all.
Are you in a situationship there, Cheeks?
I tend not to say we're in a situationship because I do kind of like her. I isn't situationships where you still fucking multiple women. This is like,
Well, wasn't that what you were doing?
huh?
Isn't that what you're doing? Oh, you're just saying you haven't slept with this chick yet.
No, I have.
So aren't you sleeping with multiple women?
No, I just that one girl, and then I tripped and
And
fell.
the one that you're dating.
Well, I would technically speaking, this one tripped and fell onto me. All right, so
the one that you're dating plus the one that tripped and fell on you, that's multiple. It's more than one. You know that?
yeah, but I don't have her like on speed dial or whenever I'm fucking wanting to go, squirrel trying to get a nut, dude.
You cheated on this chick?
Is it really cheating if she already knew something like this was going to happen before any sort of relationship to begin?
You're saying
that's not cheating.
You gave her like the warning, like the disclaimer prior to.
I didn't have to. She already knew. She could read through that, dude.
You're like, hey, I might just go coom somewhere else.
Where do you get the extra strength copium from?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Of course you don't. Why would you know that?
Anyways, but no, man, she's a good girl, and I when you see if you have a good girl on your side, you always want to be honest and about anything. I'm not gonna tell her my whole life story or anything.
How did she take it?
I'm gonna tell her she was a little pissed, but
you think
just a little pissed?
I mean, she's still texting me and still bringing me dinner, so I mean, I think that's all right.
Well, I mean, that means she hasn't completely written you off, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't ask for this. I mean, she's doing her, womanly duties, I guess, to please me, and she gives me peace, and I like that. So, I mean, what's wrong with that?
Try not like cheating on this one.
Yeah, it's been easy.
It seems like she's been truly trying to put up and tolerate with you, and like
I don't want her to
tolerate you. I think it's someone you should consider.
I know. That's what I guess this was basically a damn good test of considering, but I still got to give it another 8 months of consideration, right?
I agree. I agree.
Possibly 2 years to see where the fuck she's gonna stand on this, right? Because I still got to vet her out. She's not a whore or nothing like that. Thank God. I did my due diligence as well. But yeah, man, she's pretty chill, man. She's chill. And she speaks Portuguese too. Well, she is Brazilian American, so she likes to speak more in fucking immigrant more than American. And I'm trying to teach her, hey, you need to speak more American here. God damn it, we don't speak, that fucking foreign shit here.
Cheeks Anson has another message there. He said, Dano,
What?
I've been.
Is this guy trolling?
No, actually, I believe Anson is going through a divorce right now. I also believe that Anson, didn't you run for public office down in Alabama?
What is that? Yeah, that name sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
But anyways,
he's on pages.
But yeah, long story short, she's a good, Latina woman, and I like that, and yeah, she's fit. Oh my god, dude, like you know what? She's one of the only few women I turned down for sex too, in like the first few weeks of us seeing each other. Oh, and you know what made me stick around with her other than the other girls? When Glenn and I were talking, I think I brought this up with you, Grit, and I know you don't like this, but I told her, I'd never want to marry under the state. I want to be with her. I want to be with you. If you want to get married under the church, we can do that. She's like, oh yes, that'd be great. Not like I need a citizenship or green card. Even if I was here illegally, I still wouldn't expect that of you or any man I would be interested in. I'm like, damn, this girl is great. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna ask her shit, dude. It'll just go. That sounds like some middle school shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with it, right?
Do you need Glenn or I to intercede in your middle school relationship?
Oh God.
Oh no. I'm not getting involved. No. I have
we can
faith in
send her a
Cheeks.
note after study hall. Do you like Cheeks?
Oh God.
Yes, no.
Do you want to marry Cheeks? Yes.
Oh, man, too soon
no?
for that shit. If I swear to God, if fucking she ever said like yes to that, I'd be like, okay, we're done. Ain't no fucking way a woman would ever marry a man that quick. It is. It is. I think immediately, yes. It is immediately. It is. If a woman ever says they want to marry me really quick after like knowing me for a month and a half, 2 months, yeah, I'm not about that life. That's kind of weird, bro.
Cheeks, I want you to understand that this conversation has gone so suspect. I put on my Agent Smith glasses.
He really did. He really did. Like,
what's suspect about this?
You want the top 10 or the everything? Whole list? Or it could be. We could be here.
Like, it started off by saying that you're not cooming. Then there's a confession of cooming.
Okay, I tripped and fell. I tripped and fell. I didn't go full board. Like, man,
it was like a birthday coom. Apparently, it was like a birthday coom. But then come to find out, you have another chick that you're seeing that you're like taking seriously, and I'm just wondering, why didn't you coom with the chick that you have that you're kind of taking seriously, and not coom with the other chick? Now, there's a lot of confusion here.
Dano's slick. He's got it down.
Yeah, I mean,
be Neo, man. Be Neo. Just be slick.
She did literally. She just recently, I think it was yesterday. She's like, "Hey, where's your mother at? I haven't heard about her in a minute." No, she's in Dubai actually.
Oh,
yeah, I flew her ass out there.
Your mom's still out there in Dubai?
2 blocks away, but yeah, hell yeah, dude. I need her to fucking give me some goddamn peace for fuck's sake.
That's why Cheeks can get laid. His mom's out of town.
He has the house to himself.
Technically, I have 2 houses to myself, but yeah.
Ow. Oh, and the thing is there's no denial. That's got to
No, he actually embraced it. He's like, no, I got 2 houses.
Yeah,
my
2
mom's house,
houses.
the house that I'm house sitting for.
What are you talking about? My mom's house, motherfucker. I paid for those houses.
Your mom's cock blocking you, bro.
Nah. I just don't want to introduce anyone to my mother just yet. My mom knows I'm seeing somebody. I'm not gonna tell her about Sunday for sure.
Cheeks,
But,
it sounds like you're seeing everybody.
dude, I'm only seeing one woman.
He's
dude.
not seeing me because I don't go that way. No.
Nah, man. I'm just, I'm just trying to, walk the right of the passions. I'm trying to find God.
Did you find her and find him in having a tres leches?
Oh man.
No, you didn't get any closer.
All I know is that we were praising Jesus for a few hours.
Praising Jesus.
Oh,
I could take her. Oh yeah, I saw.
I'm not
that.
sure I would have called that praising Jesus, Cheeks, but yeah, I really wouldn't call it that, praising Jesus.
Coomer's gonna coom, bro. Coomer's gonna coom.
I'm not gonna be cooming anymore. I promise you. I'm just gonna stick to one woman. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll let you guys in on that. But
Well,
right now,
let us know how this goes, Cheeks. Let us know how this goes. Like, we're here for you, my friend. We are here for you.
We are here for you, bro.
My close buddies, that I talk to.
And we're also here to
they're
make fun of you too, just so you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There's nothing to be made fun of, guys. I'm over here trying to be, a liberal, just like Grid, we care about people's feelings. We're
Did you just call Grid a liberal? I think that's probably the most offensive thing you've ever said.
Oh shit.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I care about people's feelings?
Yeah, man. I mean, come on. I know you care about my feelings and Glenn.
Do you know who you're talking to?
I mean, come on, guys. You guys, I mean, we're all, a happy society now, don't you know?
Grid? Like,
get with the program. Come on.
Don't you have like a thingy to throw over like the chat or something for this?
You threw a frag out.
I did. I threw frag out.
Yeah.
Because what Cheeks is really doing is he's silent spurging. He's silent spurging. He's trying to be like real quiet about it, but he keeps repeating the same thing over and over again, like we're gonna suddenly believe.
No, I'm not. I'm doing pretty well, man.
I know.
But anyways, I gotta get okay. They're about to make me talk in this fucking meeting. Went a little over past my time. But until then, gentlemen, I'll see you guys on Friday, and I'll send you guys a link for the Rumble.
Yeah, send me some links and stuff. We can.
Glenn, I'm gonna have to show you how to do it off your StreamYard.
Yes.
Okay, because this is grids. You see up on the right hand side where it says stream this to your audience?
Yep.
I think it should be telling you to add a new destination.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Custom RTMP.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna give you the link, and then it's a passcode to it.
Okay.
That's what you're gonna put in.
All right, we'll troubleshoot it before we go
yeah,
live.
it's pretty easy. You know how to do it, right, Grid?
I've not dual streamed.
I'll help.
You sent me a link the last time and it worked.
That was a link to the actual Rumble Studios. What I'm going to send you is a direct link to not just Rumble Studios, but the link for actually live streaming onto your platforms.
Okay. All right.
So there is going to be 2 different links. Well, technically it's 3 things. 1 link's to get into Rumble Studios, and then 1 link for you to put it onto your shit here, and then it's gonna have a passcode to input into your stream. So and it changes every time.
That's pretty clever, Anson Knowles. That is very clever. The Kuman Cheeks is leaving. He will be MRS'd.
Nah, bro. But anyways, thanks, gentlemen, for having me on. Yeah. I'll keep popping in and out of your guys' streams like I always do and talk some shit.
We wouldn't expect anything less.
I know, right? Until then, it's a pleasure,
a little less
gentlemen.
Cooming would be nice.
I am cooming less. I am not cooming.
Now, here's the thing.
I'm not fucking cooming.
He hasn't repeated his cooming.
I haven't even gone out looking for ass.
Apparently, you don't have to. They come to you with
No,
Tres
I'm
Leches.
so easy. Oh God. Anyways, all right, I gotta go. Seriously. All right. See you boys in a bit.
See you, man.
All right. Peace.
All right.
Now back to Hauk, girl.
Yeah. Back to the Hauk Tuah girl.
So what was like the general, like, what was like the takeaway from like knowing, like learning about her, like from the people you talked to?
Well, I think that what you and I talked about yesterday, where we disagreed with who did we have on yesterday with us? I forget. It's all blending.
Wasn't it Teriak?
No, it wasn't Teriak.
No, it's Farney, right? It was
Yeah,
Farney.
yeah. Is Farney and
Clover Tack.
Yeah, Clover Tack came later. I don't think he was part of that, but maybe it was Farney.
I know we had Farney on yesterday. You had like a few people on your stream.
We had a lot. Yeah, it kind of wrote anyway. So whoever was on at that point they're like, no, she'll be on OnlyFans next week. You know, that and all this other stuff. And what I kind of came away with is two things. First, I was really impressed with that all of the things that I had kind of suspected more or less played out the way I thought they would. The second thing is that I find the biggest story, which I know you disagree with me on this, but the biggest story to me is how stand up everybody in her life is being about protecting her privacy.
No, I think that's
when they
good.
could easily sell her out, you know. So
I mean, I just think the bigger story is like the fact that this girl's not leaning
Sure.
into it. I think like because that tells more about her character and who she is than anything else. You know,
and
like,
this is kind of before.
Like, think about this,
on.
like most girls, you know, right in today's day and age, would totally lean into this,
Yeah, absolutely,
and hit every podcast talking about it, you know,
Absolutely.
as they can, just to cash in, get as much money as they can. Like, I mean, I think I even heard Brian say that he wanted her.
Yeah, Brian. So I literally sent Brian a message saying, "Hey, that girl's local to me, and I'm supposed to go down and meet some people who, actually do know who she is, and I may be able to get a line on her." And he's like, "I really want to talk to her." I think that's what he's. I mean, I think I can pull it up really quickly, but it's one of those things where
and Brian has the money he could shell out to get her there, and
he says, I said that I told him I was going to the shop where she is. She was supposedly signing merch because there was a bunch of fake sites out, so I didn't know for sure. I told him that I told him about going to the shop, and it's it's on a farm that's 10 minutes from my parents' place and about an hour from me. And he said, that'd be dope. I need her contact info. Haha. And I'm like, yeah, sure. If it happens, I'll see what I can do. And then I said, I sent him this morning. I spoke to the fellow who is making the merch she signed, and I'm meeting with him. He does t-shirts. So I'm going to have him do the merch for my show. And Brian replied back, "You would be a legend if you could get me in touch with her." And I said, I'd see what I could do. But I don't know if you were here when I said this, but I literally told her I told the guys, like, if she wants notoriety, go on whatever with, they've got 1 billion views. It would be really, really, it would instantly rocket her up. I mean, she'd go on whatever, and then like 2 days later be on Joe Rogan, right? Yeah. And I said, if that's what she wants, do that. And I said, if she does that, just understand it's going to be, it can be a rough show on the girls, and and she'd have to go to California because Brian doesn't, I don't know how they would do a remote.
I'm sure Brian would fly her out there.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. And apparently he did offer to do that if anybody knew her and could tell her that. But I don't think she's interested in it.
That's the
We'll
real
see.
story.
Yeah, right. And I just really feel like that. I feel like that you and I were both on the right track yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think that everything that I felt like was probably the root of it. And I've had this I've talked about this before, where I think that women do things when they're young that in the olden days, before everybody had a video camera in their hand and could stream it live on the internet and all that sort of thing for everyone in the world to see and to be forever available, women could get away with just having a wild time. And men largely, we can have a wild time and nobody cares. Nobody's filming men when they're being idiots, unless they're being like exceptional idiots, right? Like normal idiocy for a man doesn't get filmed.
Yeah.
But anything a woman does is likely to be filmed by somebody. And
I mean, they made a whole like movie series of it, Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah, Girls Gone Wild, absolutely. And it used to be that, and I tell people this all the time. One of my good friends, he met his wife. I think it was a wet t-shirt contest at a bar, and she was up on the bar dancing around in a wet t-shirt. It might have been topless, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter because it's wet t-shirt contest. And they're married to this day. But there's no proof of her having done that anywhere ever.
He's like, I'm marrying those knockers.
Right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's like, I at least have to meet those knockers. And so in the old days, and I find that a very interesting way to speak because I don't feel that old. In the old days, a woman could have kind of this fun time just like a man can, and it didn't haunt her the rest of her life. And I think pretty much the only two people in the world that know that she did that is me and her husband. And because you guys don't know who she is, we're the only people in the world that know that. And, I'm just, that's just the way it is. So, or that would remember it. I mean, I'm sure there were other people there were a lot of people in a bar that night, but who would remember? I remember because I was sober, and obviously her husband remembers because he married her. But there's nobody that
he's like, and that's when I fell in love.
Yeah, right. And but I think now you can't do that. Just like this girl proves that point. All she did was say some funny stuff, just having fun on just out, right? And it's turned into like a national like thing. And honestly, if you saw a girl do that, you might laugh, and then you'd leave that bar or that club or whatever and be like, yeah, it's funny, whatever. You wouldn't even remember.
Like I wouldn't make this is the thing. I wouldn't make a big deal out of it even now. But like, when I watch,
there's way funnier shit that people can do.
I watched it for the first time with you yesterday, and I was like, okay, like this is nothing special.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think it was anything special. But.
Well, it's context, right? Like it's only funny because of the memes, to be honest. Like when you watch it, it's kind of funny. Honestly, her saying that she needs to knock the cobwebs off that thing in a southern accent is the most hilarious part of that whole video.
Yeah, that was way more fun than
hilarious, man.
Or Hauk Tuah tribe, whatever.
Yeah, that didn't really the Hauk Tuah thing just really. It's okay, it's funny, but it was way more funny when she talks about knocking
the cobwebs
off, right? And so that's way more hilarious. And also the way to get over one man's a slide under another one that's pretty funny too. right? But none of that made it. None of those made the cut really, but I think they're funnier. And even that, it's not that memorable, right? Like in a few weeks, somebody will say like, they'll do the hot thing, and I'll remember that, but I wouldn't remember any of the rest of it because even though it's funnier, it's just not that. It doesn't stick with you, I guess. And again, I really think the only reason this whole Hauk Tuah thing has come to be such a big deal, to be honest with you, I think the only reason it's a big deal is because the scam that resulted from the satire site running this satire piece saying that she got fired for doing that, and then people donating to somebody set up a charity saying it was to benefit her, and then a bunch of people donated to it, and it turned out to be a scam. So I feel like it wouldn't even be news otherwise, right?
Yeah.
Or it would have been like a blip. So on the other side of it, I think that it's nice that it is distracting people from Pride Month. I think that's
I mean,
fun.
she is ruining Pride Month for all the
I don't know if
homos.
she's ruining it. I mean, I think the Pride guys are still doing the
now
Pride
everybody's
thing.
talking about this straight chick doing
Right.
like,
Yeah. It is taking the attention
heterosexual
off the
stuff, and like it's just there goes the rest of the month for the gays.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true. I can't.
Shout
I
out
can't
to
do
the
that.
Hauk Tuah girl for ruining Pride Month.
Right. And then a lot of people have said that very thing. So yeah, I don't know, man. I think that it's an interesting thing. It's in my backyard, which I keep telling Brian that if he really wants, to generate good content long term, California is probably just dry. I mean, it is drying up. I mean, I can't even. It's only really interesting when they have people from somewhere else on, because the typical California OF girl is just boring as fuck.
Yeah, it's the same story, different day.
Yeah. Yeah, I came out, I do porn, I now I do OF because I can make more than doing corn and whatever. So yeah, whatever. But again, I just don't know that the Hauk Tuah girl would be, or Haley. Like I said I'd start calling her by her name. Her name's Haley. I just don't think she'd be that big a deal if all of these things just kind of weren't exactly in place. And, and you're right. The two main stories are she's not trying to get rich off of it, which she may still. I mean, her lawyer, now she's got a lawyer advising her, so that guy or girl is gonna kind of dictate at least part of the forward. And then they've engaged a talent representative, which my guess is to make sure she doesn't get screwed. And probably really to go after the video company who's making the t-shirts off of her episode, although I don't think they can do that. I don't know.
Are they using her image?
Kinda. I don't know. I haven't actually looked. And I don't remember.
If they were if they took a steal from her and they used her image, she might be able to.
I think a couple of items they have that are like screen printed with her image, and the rest are just the Hauk Tuah thing, and they're definitely using the footage that they captured, which they probably don't have a model release for.
In some states, if you're being filmed, that's all that's needed.
Yeah, for the film to be shown, but when you start selling merchandise off of it, I think that changes things.
Now, I would, if I was them, I would make sure that Nashville or Tennessee is not that state that still requires you to sign a release waiver. In California, even though you're being on film, you still got to sign a release waiver.
Right. Yeah, everybody has to, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So and my understanding is that Nashville is like, and I haven't looked into this, so I'm just going off of like a very foggy memory. Nashville, you can video anyone in a public place that you want, and use their image, that's no problem. It's when you start using their likeness to make money on merchandise, putting it on various things, that becomes a model release problem.
Yeah.
And people have gotten around it. I'm not trying to tell somebody.
I guarantee you, like, since they're so small, right? It's a small, like,
yeah,
they're not gonna get busted for anything. Like, because, like, really, what it would take to go to a
they'll get
lawsuit.
a cease and desist. I think the lawyer was probably engaged to send a cease and desist order.
Well, obviously, like, to get like a lawsuit out of this, like,
I don't think that's how
they would have to have a lawyer that's willing, like, to do either dirt cheap or
I don't think
the company has like a lot of money.
I don't think that's I think what they're looking for is a cease and desist on selling the product. And or she may be trying to get them to. That's got to be the only thing, because look, they obviously, she was in a public place being filmed. She willingly participated being filmed, and I think in
but again, if
that's
she's
all that matters.
intoxicated, then see, that's the other thing. She was intoxicated, so you do not know whether she.
Yeah, that's true.
If she wouldn't be able to give, if she wouldn't be able to give consent to have sex without someone catching the case, if she woke up the next day and said, "What the hell?"
That's solid.
She might
man.
not have been able to give
real.
consent because she was already intoxicated.
Right. Yeah. Should be unable to well, any contract that she signed would be voided, basically. So even a verbal consent would void that contract.
Yeah, like she was under the influence, so I don't know if consent would be considered given in that case. I don't know. That would be interesting.
Yeah. It's an interesting subject in that regard, but overall, I think that everyone's
that's where the release form comes in handy, because, like, hey, she signed this release form. She was cognitive enough to sign this release form.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, and that's the thing. So if you say she's cognitive enough to sign the release form, which obviously in this case I don't think it matters, but it's nothing to do with this specific incident, right? But if a girl signs a release form and in the video she really appears intoxicated, I think they can successfully argue that she wasn't capable of signing at that time. She was incapacitated. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, I don't think that's why. I don't think that's why that she's engaged a lawyer. My guess is that she's going to try and get a cease and desist order from them selling the merchandise, and she'll probably get it because they're a small entity, and they're probably not making enough money on it to fight it, and hopefully they've sold enough to make it worthwhile, right? And who knows? I don't know. Tacticus, she was in a public space. That, unfortunately, again, if you're in a public place, anybody can record you and put it on the internet.
But you're doing an interview,
right? It's
not like they were videoing her from a distance and like she was arguing with
it's
somebody.
Not like she's background.
Yeah.
The where I think it comes, and I think Nashville's pretty lax on that. I don't think that matters, but where it comes into, where I think that it comes into play is the merchandising using her.
Yeah, that's what I think is probably the biggest
thing. And her words, right? Like, so that.
Well, wait a minute. Did she make that up, or?
Yeah, she made it up on the spot, kind of. I mean, not.
Oh, okay.
I mean, obviously, it's kind of a porn sound, where the women go, do the whole big, snot gargle and then spit. But, yeah, I think it's probably the merch. I think that's all she really I think that's the only reason. I think that she engaged a lawyer for two reasons. First, I think that she really kind of I think that she has some weird hope and dream of getting the video itself taken down, which the memes and everything will still be out there and the video will still be out there, but at least, the main source will be down. I don't think that'll happen. I think that she wants to protect her privacy. So I guess there's three things. And then lastly, the last thing I think that's important to her is the merch that they're selling. And she probably has asked them to cut her in on it and they refused. And if that's the case, then they're really, they're probably going to have to, there'll probably be a cease and desist order issued. And, that's it. No, Don Parker, she might take a royalty if they offer it to her. I don't know that she won't, but she's having merch made by somebody else now because it looks like what happened. And I don't know, it looks like that she asked the company to cut her in and they said no. So she's doing her own merch. Her merch obviously can be signed if you want to buy a signed one. And so that's that. So anyway, that's kind of my point. That's kind of my point of view.
I would not even go out of my way to go buy this merch from her. Like,
yeah, if I hadn't had to go down there, I wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah,
but I bought two hats while I was there, and they're cool. They're cool hats. They look good. So, wearing one now. I'll have to put it away though, since it's signed. Might be worth something one day. Might be worth $3 whole. So.
Oh, get out of here with that.
You never know. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, she might be your senator one of these days. The Hauk
could be the Hauk Tuah senator. She's going to run on
the worst thing to live down. Oh my God, I feel so bad for her.
Right. Yeah.
Like 10 years from now, she tries to run for senate.
And I think that's part of it. I think that's part of this whole wall. I think that's part of the whole wall she's throwing up is she knows it's going to be tough to live down, man. She's probably seen all this stuff.
Well, I mean, we don't know much about her, like what she do for a living, like if she's in college.
She worked in a small country market.
Well, that was then, right? Like we don't know what she's doing now, or is that's where she works. Like
that's
currently.
Where she worked up until recently, like very recently. Yeah.
Now, how far? We said it was an hour away from
me. Well, I'm a half hour south of Nashville. So if you drove directly from Nashville to the town where the hats are made, it's probably right at an hour and a half, maybe.
An hour
Depends
and a half
on how you go.
Nashville?
Yeah. South.
Oh, damn. So she's like way out there.
Yeah. Yeah. She's not in the suburbs, dude. She's out in farm country.
Dang. Okay.
So this is very simple. This is a small town girl who went to Nashville for CMA Fest because she probably has wanted to do it every year and just never could. The stars align. Her and her friend go. They're having a good time. I'm not really sure that she was actually drunk. I don't know, but she was definitely feeling really good.
No, I wouldn't say she was belligerent, but I would say she was definitely feeling herself.
Yeah, but see the thing. So
she probably said a little bit more than she would normally if she wasn't intoxicated.
Yeah. So I actually have an interesting idea about this, and I don't know that she had anything to drink because she doesn't slur her speech at all, and she doesn't look lost like drunk people do sometimes.
No, but she could have like really pounded a few. She could have taken a few shots and it finally kicked in. Like, you know what I mean? Like
I've never drank.
Oh well. Never mind.
So no, I don't know. That's why I have to ask. I have to ask people like you. I'm like, to me, this looks like a girl. This looks like a pair of girls that are just out having a great time.
Do you have the video? You want to play it? Like we kind of just like.
I did have the video. Let me see.
You had it yesterday.
I had it. Yeah, I sent it to you.
You didn't see it. You didn't send it to me, did you?
I sent it to you.
Hold on, let me check. Negative, Grid. You did not send it to me.
I thought I did. All right.
Liar.
Yeah, it could be.
Or did you? Did you put it in the? Did we watch it when we were in BC?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let me check. Let me check BC. All right, let me see here. Let me go to.
I got the link.
Okay, I see the picture, but no link here.
All right, I got the link. I'm going to put it in the private chat, and then it starts at 7:06.
Oh, you want me to play it?
Yeah, you play it.
Okay, hold on.
I haven't mastered StreamYard yet, man.
I got you.
I mean Streamlabs. Sorry, I haven't mastered that yet.
All right, here we go.
I've been mentioned.
You gotta let me present it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hang on, I'm punching a button. There it is. It's on the stage.
You ready?
Glenn Lawrence presents.
All right, here we go.
How do you get over a breakup?
Get drunk. Like we're doing right now.
Y'all get over a breakup right
The
now?
only way to get over one is get under another. Amen.
So you got a side piece.
Maybe I got 3. Maybe I got 7.
How many is on your
No,
roster?
she's not drunk. She's not drunk.
Yeah, that's why now her friend I think has had a
Serious,
drink.
I'm a bullet.
She's probably the designated driver.
She doesn't look drunk.
Right. I'd tell you, bro. I mean,
Like her. Look at her balance. Her balance is pretty good. Like she's standing still.
now the other girl,
looks like she's been a little, sipping on something.
yeah.
So how many you got on your roster right now?
Maybe 4. 1. She said 1.
Maybe 4. How many you got on your roster?
None.
You trying to add one to it?
Add 1?
Yeah, you trying to add
Is
one
that
more
you?
to it? Yeah, that's me.
Maybe, I don't know.
So I can get your number?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, like her friend seems more intoxicated, because she does end up giving her number.
Yeah, and she's kind of stumbly and kind of. She seems like she's like on the ride up. Maybe she had a few.
All right, chat. Tell us, who do you think is more intoxicated here? Shorts or black dress?
There you go.
You got it. There you go.
I got one more. I got one more for you.
Question. Like, you gotta make it good.
Leave a message to your last body.
My last body.
Yeah.
I miss you. Come back.
You miss him.
Yeah,
Watch her
pretty
make.
much.
Watch her
You're doing
make
this
this shit
thing.
up on the spot.
Yeah.
What's your time?
What was that?
Make her watch when he asked her about her. Leave a message to her last body.
Yeah.
Watch her make that shit up on the spot.
Like me. Like me, but a boy version, pretty much.
Explain.
I can. Go ahead.
You leave a message to your last. Leave a message to your last body.
I love you, Pookie, forever.
They must have been doing the right thing.
What can I say?
Okay.
Make the cobwebs off this thing. Are you posting this, bro? I'm waiting. Come on. She'll be back. Like, I don't know how to answer those.
What I asked us.
Like, my type, I don't have a type.
Do you know what? Do you know what makes you wifey material?
Me, wifey,
Yeah.
everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
What? Explain. What's everything?
I'm loyal. This is my wife. What makes me wifey material?
What makes her wifey material?
That fat you got.
Hurry up, turn around. Let me see.
You're fucking lying. No, she gotta go.
It seems like she's just out to say the most outrageous shit.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
Like
She's having a good time. She's downtown. It's CMAs. You
It's
know,
not even that she's drunk. She's just feeling herself. She's just
yeah, I don't think she's drunk at all. She doesn't sway. She doesn't stutter. She made that shit up about Pookie on the spot,
Yep.
on the spot. You could just see her look down, and make that shit up.
Yep.
Go ahead, give us no, man.
Can we have a 360? Can you give us a 360?
It's flat out, girl. Flat it. Come on, you gotta get it spicy.
Drunk girls don't spin that easy.
Spicy one.
Yeah.
What's one
No, they
move
don't.
in bed that make a man go crazy every time?
One what?
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time? That you do.
That I do.
Yeah. That makes a man go crazy every time.
Does not reply. In bed, Haley.
Leave them on reply.
This is for her. What? You know how to answer this. You got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hauk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
I don't get you. I think you gotta demonstrate.
Hauk Tuah and spit
No,
on
like-
it. Spit on it. If I see you anymore, you're gonna cry.
Oh yeah.
Anymore.
Okay, I got another one for y'all.
Okay.
Would you rather? Hold on, is she listening?
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
If I see you anymore, you're gonna cry.
Oh yeah.
Anymore.
Okay, I got another.
If I see you anymore, you're gonna cry.
Oh yeah.
Anymore.
Okay, I got
Glenn's
another one
trying
for
to tell
y'all.
if this chick is drunk.
What did she say? Did she say if I see you upload it, I'm gonna cry?
I can't. I didn't hear that part.
All right,
Play
just
back.
listen to what she says. Like, I'm trying to hear what she says.
On it. If I see you anymore, you're gonna cry.
Oh yeah.
Anymore.
Okay, I got another
Oh,
one for
I'll
y'all.
Okay.
cry.
Spit on it. If I see you anymore, you're gonna cry.
Oh yeah.
Anymore.
Okay.
You did say if I see you upload it on your page, I'm gonna cry.
I think that's what she said.
Interesting.
Okay, I got another one for y'all.
Okay.
Would you rather? Hold on, is she listening?
Would you rather?
Would you rather have back shots for the rest of your life or missionary for the rest of your life? You can only choose one.
Back shots.
Back shots? Why back shots?
Because I don't like somebody looking at me in my face, you know?
You don't like that eye
I don't-
contact?
I don't
'Cause
like
it's a little
that.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's too, a
I'm
little
not
bit
a
too
pillow
intimate.
princess.
A little bit
You
too
get me?
intimate. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
What
I'm not
about
a
you?
pillow princess.
Wait, you gotta repeat. I'm sorry. I'm really focused.
Back shots or missionary for the rest of your life? You can only choose one.
That's hard. Hold on.
That's what she said.
Okay, wrap it up. Okay.
Tim and DTV.
All right.
You said we better post that?
Yes.
Okay.
Post it for real.
All right. Raise the camera. Let me see who said it.
That's probably how the
She said
news
we gotta
found her
post it.
friend, is because her friend gave that guy the phone number, and I promise you that guy would sell anything for anything, and he got paid money to give up that phone number.
Do you think he gave up that phone number?
Yeah, to the press. Yeah, absolutely. But why wouldn't he?
Well, I don't know. I'm surprised that's not leaked out yet.
We know that the press has her friend's phone number because they've been harassing her.
They say more. They talk more about it.
How did they catch you in 4K?
So they're just talking all their friends.
They got your ass on camera.
The whole group of them.
This is the clearest video I've ever seen. This is the most HD shit ever.
How did they catch you in 4K?
So I think that the friend said you better post that shit, and the girl originally said, "I'm gonna cry if you post that on your page."
Yes, it was something like that.
Chat, is that what you guys heard? Like, or am I hearing things, chat?
Well, she definitely said something about if you post that to your page,
I'm gonna cry.
I'm going to, and it sounds like she says cry. Could have been I'm gonna die. Could it kind of sounds.
That's
about the
true.
same.
That's true. She could have said, "I'm gonna die." What do you guys think in the chat? Because then why would the friend say you got to post that on your page? See, Michelle heard what I heard.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I think that's probably what fucked it up. Like, because why would the friend go back and say, like, when the girl's away from her?
Well, she probably didn't hear her friend say that. She was turned away when her friend said that.
I
And she seems very not very focused. So that could be the lawyer bit.
Yeah, because that could be actually it could be her. One, now she's leaning into the merch, but originally trying to get the video taken down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she can't do anything about the video. I'm sure the lawyer explained to her that
even if they took the video down at this point, it's already been cut, snipped.
Yeah.
You know, hundreds of memes, thousands of memes already made.
Yeah.
She's done. The best that she could do is hope to try to get money off of them from the video.
Yeah.
If she said like she didn't want them to post the video, and they did, they might because again, I don't know Tennessee law. If they needed to sign a waiver, that might be a thing. But I don't know. I don't know.
Very interesting though, right?
It is. It is. I can't believe we almost spent 3 hours talking about the Hauk Tuah girl.
Oh, I can.
That's true. I can see it.
I mean, there's so many different elements of this, right? So there's so many elements of this specific thing because, you know, the girl herself, you know, originally everybody's like, well, it's just another 304 hoe out there. That turns out to not be the case.
I think it's just a girl trying to have fun, and
yeah,
she's from a small town, and she normally has to be reserved because everybody knows her and everybody knows the family, and now she's in a bigger city and she could just kind of wild out and nobody know who she is.
Yep. And it would just stay there, right?
Thinking that like it was kind of like Vegas, you know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's kind of what she's
right,
thinking.
right. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think that, you know, again, I think the two big stories are, you know, that she nuked her social media, all of it. The only social media that I can find that is legit connected to her is the merch produced, the merch factories or shop or whatever you want to call him. The guy that makes the hats.
Yeah.
On his page, he has 2 pictures of her. And I think that's it. Other than that, I haven't been able to find a legit thing. And of course they said he reiterated today that she nuked everything.
Now, how authentic do you think is his connection to her? I mean, there's no really way to verify like he knows her or her family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, when I was there, he got a phone call from somebody, a dude, and he said, hey, there's guys here talking about Haley, or there's a reporter and a photographer here that are trying to find Haley, and I told them I'm not gonna give out any personal information, and they kind of laughed about it, and it kind of checks out.
okay. The fact that more, it was more than just you there. There was a news reporter, and
yeah, the reporters tracked them down based off of the merch. I'm sure they've tracked down her friend. They've tried to call her friend. You know, the reporter himself said that the older fellow that I talked to today, the merch guy, he didn't really say anything about the friend. The reporter is the one that said, we've tried to talk to the friend in the video, and they're basically barricaded in their house. They won't come out. Every time they do come out, they're followed, they're harassed, and we're of course he's putting the best spin possible on this, where he's like, I've tried to assure them that we're friends, we come in peace, we're not here to we're just here to get the kind of get the facts and not present a narrative or anything like that. Of course, nobody believes them because they're not they're not local, and so that's it.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty legit. I mean, he was the guy who's making the merch says that to get them signed, he didn't actually tell me how he gets them signed. He just said, they have a process to get the hats to her to sign. He won't let her come to the building anymore because they had her there one time, and ever since then, since everything's kind of blown up even more, things like the reporter showing up, and if she had been there while the reporter was there, it would have been, it would not have been very fun for her. So,
I mean, like, she really only has to worry about it for like another week.
Right. And that's exactly what the hat guy and I were talking about was it's maybe a week, 2 weeks tops. And then, we'll be on to something
like
else.
How new is this? Like how is this like a week old?
Well, the
days
actual
old?
phenomenon's like 2 or 3 days old, probably 3 days old. It's been out there for a little while because of the satire piece and the people getting scammed. And that's, that was the big thing, was that, this fake news satire site wrote this pretty convincing, to be honest with you, article about how, she was a preschool teacher and she had gotten fired and she didn't know what she was going to do. And she needed money and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And people were like legit sending, people money thinking they were helping her. So, yeah.
So they made a big deal out of all this that really wasn't there.
Yeah, right. So
those ass hats.
Yeah. So it's an interesting thing. And I really kind of, the whole reason for this today, to be honest with you, was just to kind of set the record straight a little bit about her motivations, that she's not a 304. There's no, I doubt seriously there's an OnlyFans coming, because yesterday, that's exactly what we were faced with and we only talked about her for a couple of minutes. And the first thing everybody said was, oh, she'll be on OnlyFans next week. She's a 304. She's,
I remember all that.
This is just how girls are these days. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. I just didn't think, I didn't think she was drunk. I didn't think that she was, and I could be wrong. She could have she could have had a couple of wine.
She just didn't seem like drunk.
No, she definitely wasn't drunk, but she could have had a couple of wine coolers in her and feeling it, as you say.
She could have been tipsy, feeling herself, but she definitely didn't look drunk. Like,
no, her balance was way too good to be drunk, and or even really tipsy. But it's an interesting. To me, it's just interesting. It's just an interesting kind of point. It's an interesting phenomenon. The phenomenon itself is actually more interesting than the Hauk Tuah or the girl or any of the rest of this. The phenomenon of somebody being perceived as, literally, yesterday somebody in the chat was like, I'm sure her dad is proud of her. Well, honestly, I bet her dad right now is proud of her, because she's not immediately gone to OF. She's not
leaning into it. She's
there's no GoFundMe page. There's no, help pay for my school, or there's none of that. Right. So,
yeah, she ain't doubling down on it. She's actually, if anything, she's trying to distance herself somewhat from it, other than the merchandise though.
Right.
Like the merchandise thing is the only part where you could say, okay, she's leaning into it.
Yeah. Right. And that may be that. I mean, and again, I go back to, I think that she probably would not have done that had she not looked and seen that, hey, these people are making money off of my image and my
Likeness.
actions. And so why can't I do that? Why am I not the one reaping the rewards? So, so, and again, I think, what the fellow told me today was this is her personality. She's a character, laughing, joking, says, kind of wild and crazy things from time to time again. All fruit pizza party channel fundraiser for Andrew. You know what? If I raise 500, I get a pineapple. Why do I want a pineapple pizza? Oh, delivered to Andrew. I had not heard about that. I may have to look into this.
Why would you waste a good pizza? You know, Andrew wouldn't eat it.
He said he said he would eat one slice. I remember something about it. It was something that if they could, something happened and they were able to raise X amount of money or X amount of views or something like that, he would eat a slice of pepperoni pizza or pineapple pizza. But wasn't it that he had to lose, like he had to lose a debate or if somebody beat him or something like that? So, but yeah, I think it was more of a funny, more of a friendly troll, like Jack says. So he might be in the closet about pineapple pizza, but I'm not. I can tolerate it because my kids liked it, and I can tolerate it, but it's not my favorite pizza. So.
You got good kids, Grid. You got good kids.
Yeah. Well, they went through a phase, like all kids, I think, go through a phase where they just love weird shit like pineapple pizza and whatever else.
I think that's weird. I like my pineapple pizza with Alfredo sauce. Not the red sauce, the white sauce.
That's interesting.
Well, the debate's coming up tonight.
Which debate is that? What did I miss?
Presidential debate.
Oh yeah. You mean the snooze fest with the guys telling Biden what to say in his ear?
Yeah.
Again. Yeah.
And the funny thing is like this is the thing I don't like. They're muting everybody this time.
Yeah, they are muting everyone. That is true.
I think Trump should come in with a megaphone. And like every time they mute him, he just like talks in the megaphone.
Yep. Well, and he last year in 2020, going into the 2020 election, I guess it's 2019, they put they put a picture up showing the earpiece in Biden's
is the debate
ear.
tomorrow? I thought it was today. Wait a minute.
Angel's pretty knowledgeable on this stuff, so I would say so.
Am I wrong? Let me see.
Yeah.
Double check this. Oh, I was wrong. It is tomorrow.
Okay.
I swear I thought I saw isn't Jake's stream like today though? It's like you calling it a watch party? I swear I thought I saw Jake's stream was a watch party for today.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been busy all morning, so I haven't looked yet. I haven't even looked at anything really yet.
I could totally be wrong. But I thought he had it for today. Any hoosers, moving on then.
Yep. Well, we're just about out of time for today. I'm not going to go long. I went long the other day, like a lot.
It is tomorrow. It is tomorrow. He has it for tomorrow. My bad.
Yeah, it's 3:00. it's time for me to go
Take
do
that nap.
I do. I need my nap. I need my nap big time. And yeah, that's it.
All right.
I don't know why I keep like screwing up my day. I think last week jacked me up so much that I have like I'm really out of sort on my days and dates. Like I don't normally do a noon stream today. I usually do it Monday and Thursday. Today is Wednesday, and I'll do my nighttime stream at 8:00 tonight. And I believe that your buddy, what was his name from the last night?
Nick from Unplugged Christianity.
No, the other guy. So I actually had a comment about Nick. Let me find that. I want to read this. I guess I will go a little long. Let me see if I can find this comment. It's not a bad comment, but it made me kind of think a minute. And actually it'll be really great to get a different perspective, not just from you, but from the chat as well. Where did that go? I really have to go. All right, never mind. We'll just do it this way. So I had a comment, and the comment's 8 hours old, so it was obviously last night after I quit streaming. It says that they understand that I don't want to have a packed boatload of people on the panel redirecting the topic at hand, and I do an excellent job of keeping everyone in focus, he adds. But when Pastor Nick brought up the creative purpose of marriage, I think it was a very fair take. I didn't say it wasn't a fair take. I said I didn't agree with the take. The necessary precondition for obtaining any divorce in the first place, fault or no fault, state letter covenant, means that you have to be a couple in which was married in the first place. Pastor Nick bringing up his faith-based scriptural religious interpretation and definition of marriage, in which many on this panel additionally have their own modified definitions of what marriage exactly is, also is quite a valid position for him to have, in my opinion. I don't want to be too pedantic here, but if we are children made in God's image and we believe living within his ideal, say pre-fall from the Garden of Adam and Eve, then God has a will for us, and everything we do in this life is also spiritual in nature, thought, word, and deed, not just only logically oriented or practically oriented or consequentialist oriented, etc. Anyways, another outstanding stream. Grid One, glad Pastor Nick, Plutarch, and Steve Sandman rated you. This channel is a hidden gem. Well, I'm hoping doesn't stay hidden, but I appreciate that the message, and I think he's talking about where I told Nick that I understood his point of view, but that it didn't really apply because secularists don't follow the scripture, so we can't at this point dictate to secularists how their marriage and divorce are to work, because they won't go along with it and it doesn't mean anything to them. And I don't actually see any reason why secularists get married in the first place. Do you have a take on that?
I'm trying to remember if I was here for that part, or
I don't
if that
think
was when I popped off.
I think you were. I think you had hopped off. I think that. Well, no, it wasn't. You were here for it. Because Pastor Nick, I think, was still on the panel. I will, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it into the private chat so you can read it without trying to memorize everything I say. And then we'll go like that. There we go. And it's just,
you know what? Hold up. Before I answer this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer shit until this damn group that's watching this amazing stream sends Grit a super chat. God damn it. What the hell's going on here?
I have noticed that
hell?
I'm not getting very many
What
super
the
chats.
hell?
Also, we've got
Somebody send them
memberships now, guys.
something.
We've got memberships for everybody. I got all that stuff done, and you guys get after you've been a member for a
You
month.
guys think about what you guys are doing. Think about the bad actions you're behaving right now while I read this thing.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you. I have noticed that my super chats have dropped off a lot. Maybe I'm not as entertaining as I think I am. So oh, Mr. Boulay is a member now. Look at that. Mr. Boulay.
I guess I guess I would have to know like, oh Glenn, the alt crypto market took a major dump. Huge dump to be precise. Oh
Yeah.
is that what it is?
Weird.
So it's like I guess I would have to know what was his version of the created purpose of marriage, the necessary precondition for obtaining any divorce. So what was his take?
Well, I see the thing. Nick's take was all based in the scripture, and he was actually reading scripture, which was fine, but it was going afield of what we were actually talking about. This is when Flow State was on, I believe, as well, and Flow State, of course, doesn't believe in any of that stuff, or what. He's agnostic or partially. I'm not really sure what Flow State is. But they were having kind of a back and forth about it, and kind of going down
Flo and Nick.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my recollection is that they were kind of going back and forth, and I basically I let it go for a while, and I was like, look, guys, we're getting far afield here. The reality is that a lot of the divorce happens in the secular community, and they're not going to care. And when we can't write laws for secularist.
Well, are we saying like it happens majority in secularists?
No, I don't think that. But my point was that it happens in secular marriages, and it happens in religious marriage.
Oh, so you're saying like we can't have two separate laws?
There can't be two separate laws. And so as long as we have to follow, and more importantly, is that you're getting divorced. You're not getting divorced in a church. You're getting divorced in a court. So all the scripture that you bring up is irrelevant.
It's irrelevant to yeah. Now it's only relevant if the church that you're going to is going to hold the couple accountable.
Sure, and that would be a separate.
That's a separate issue.
It's not at that point. It's not really a divorce. At that point, it's an annulment or a deconsecration or whatever.
Depends on like the church, like right, like if it's Catholic. I mean, Catholics they have the annulment thing.
Yeah,
but Christians they do have the divorce thing. But there's certain circumstances. There's a criteria for it to be met in order for it to be approved, right? Or
right. And so my point to one of the things that and the other thing is I think it may have come off that I was being antagonistic to Nick. And I wasn't. I just want to understand his viewpoint, and of course I'm gonna push back against viewpoints that I think where he's kind of he's not making sense. What he's saying and what he's doing, they don't follow, because I asked him specifically in this and I'm just moving away from that particular text, unless you have some more thoughts on it, which we can come back to. But
No, I don't have any thoughts on it because I don't. Again,
yeah, you don't remember
I don't
it.
know the
Yeah,
context
you don't
of
remember it. Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
And I don't even know if I was here for that part.
I think you were here, but you were away. So,
Okay.
but whatever. Anyway, so the other thing, and I believe you were here for this as well, is I asked Nick how he could be red pill and religious at the same time, knowing that red pill decry marriage, that they and all of the other kind of things that they prescribe. And he didn't really, I mean, he's like, well, I kind of pick and choose. And I'm like, well, that's not really red pill then, right? At that point, you're just picking and choosing a list of descriptors that suit you. And so it's not really red pill.
Well, no. So now if you take it, if the red pill is what Rolo says the red pill is, it's, the unadulterated truth or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of objective reality based in, intersexual dynamics, right? And all that good stuff. And that they say the red pill is not about best practices, solutions, or what was the other one? How to or whatever, right? If it's not about giving you prescriptions, then it's just about this is what is, here's the data, this is what is, right? Well, then I guess you can be both red pill and Christian, because you're not taking the prescriptions, because the red pill says it's not about prescriptions.
Yeah, right. I mean, I can agree with that.
Like, I'll read it here. Let me just let me get it here, so I could give read Rolo's words exactly. All right. He says,
"Welcome, Viking." By the way, I didn't see you.
Oh, not that bald-headed son of a. Oh, did he hear me? My bad.
I hope he did.
He says the red pill is first concerned with gathering accurate data, interpreting the data that comes next, but implementing that data, making it useful, is where the red pill stops and the experimentation begins. It says that the red pill's praxeology is rooted in factual absolutism. If there was a mission statement for the red pill, it is this: we have an obligation to objective truth. That obligation is a double-edged sword. Sometimes that obligation complements our pre-existing biases, values, and beliefs, but often it doesn't. It steps on a lot of ideological toes along the way. Emotions cannot be excluded from the factual equation, hinder objective understanding. When Dr. Godsod said famously, fuck your feelings on the Joe Rogan podcast, he wasn't saying that for effect. It was an objective statement or an objective assessment. He says, right. Yeah, it's the red pill is not about advice, best practices, or solutions. So if the red pill is just about, as he puts it, gathering accurate data, right, and interpreting the data, the red pill isn't concerned about advice, solutions, or best practices. So if it's just about giving you the data, right, and telling you this is what the data says it is, then yeah, you could, I guess you can be red pilled and a Christian or any religion, because you're just going off the data, right? So you're just going off of what is real, what is not real.
Okay.
So, I mean, you now if you're gonna say, oh well, if he starts taking the prescriptions from the red pill, well then that might be something that, you know, one would have issues with, right? Like you could see that would be something that you could say Christians might have a beef with, but it depends on what prescriptions he takes as well. And whose prescriptions. Like the content creator gives the prescriptions, but they don't speak for all the red pill.
True.
That's that one individual content creator's, you know, prescription for that problem.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I just I asked him, he didn't really have a. You have a very good answer for this. You should help
Yeah.
him.
Like if you're sticking to just the praxeology and just to the data points and what is objectively true, right, and not the prescriptions, then you're fine. But if you take any of the prescriptions that anybody says, well then you're probably gonna be questioned.
Yeah.
So, but you know what Viking says there is true. You don't know how many guys that I say like that go into that find themselves in the red pill, all end up saying like, by joining the red pill, it made them read their Bible more. So that is very true. I've heard several guys say that to me.
Yeah. Well,
I already said that it has no intentions on solving the problem because it benefits from the problem.
right. Yeah, that's a whole that's an hour-long discussion. Let's not get him started on that.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that.
I gotta jump off, guys. I'm 21
Greg needs to
minutes
take
long.
his
I gotta go
adult
take my old man nap. I gotta get
Old
some
man nap.
actual food. All I've had to eat today is snacks while I was on this show. So I'm gonna go get some actual food, and I'm going to take a little nap and pick my kid up from daycare. I'm going to play with my boys, talk to them for a little while, teach them to be good men, and then I'll be back at 8:00 or 8:05 to do the Wednesday night show, and we'll have a good time. One thing, Glenn, before I go, Based Oracle did another 4-hour show the other night. Based Body Odor did that. I meant to get into it while GS was here because I believe he was there when it was going on. He and it's basically, what is this? Hang on, I gotta find it again. It's he's basically analyzing he's basically analyzing Andrew going off on iFi. You've seen that video. It was actually on your stream.
Well, I watched it. I
it.
watched that. You know,
Yeah,
I watched when Andrew went off on iFi. Are you
right?
saying
And Based has his review of it, which then was critiqued on flow state, and now and then I think last night or the night before he was once again traveling the same ground. And it's really interesting.
Somebody told me that like he said that he never said that he never labeled me as a PDF file or somebody that supports or promotes PDF files. I was like, wait,
That's not what he said. That's not what he said. What he said was because that was the other night. I was in that chat because they were generally iFi was ranting about me having banned him, and I said that I did. Dave was on that panel as well as Chuck in Tennessee, who I thought was cool, but maybe not, and a couple other guys. And basically, someone was asking Based, I think it was Flow State, was kind of holding Based feet to the fire about him reviewing your video of Andrew or your panel of Andrew blasting iFi, and one part of it you can see iFi and Based kind of like hanging out watching it. It looks like, it looks weird. Anyway, I'm sure if you haven't seen the video, it's out there.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's easy to find. Jack can just another Canadian can send you the clip if you don't have him blocked. If not, I'll send it to you.
No, I don't have Jack blocked.
And then so
it was on Flow State's channel though.
It was on Flow State's channel, and Based was kind of going off about Based was kind of being interrogated about how this all happened, and he's trying to lay out the receipts of how all you had to do was say that all you had to do was just say that that he wasn't your friend or whatever, but but it was easy to see what he meant or whatever. And basically Based doubled down on calling you a PDF file, and that if you weren't, then why didn't you say that? And then it's an interesting thing. It's over on I believe it's still up on Flow State's channel, so you might check that out. I mean, if you care enough. Honestly, at this point, as I said the other night, I hate to even. The only reason I mention it is because I wasn't sure you had seen it. So otherwise, I wouldn't give him.
You guys already know. Like I've already said, no, I'm not a PDF file. No, I do not promote that type of bullshit. If any of this shit was, true,
provable,
between if there was any like irrefutable evidence that this is what was going on with John, that that would be a huge problem for me, and I would definitely have issues with that. And I would totally speak out against that type of behavior.
Well, that's actually the thing that everyone was holding BO's feet to the fire about, was that,
like I said it in my stream, when I did the long stream on that the day after he allegedly called me that,
they were calling BO out on it because he was
not allegedly calling me, he called me that, not allegedly, but
no. What the alleged part is that everything against Zerka was alleged, and nobody had proven anything yet. There was a lot of proof in the opposite direction, and it didn't matter what. And they were supposed to review Jake at Veopod's video blasting BO for being on Weeble Wobble or whatever, Ouiga, I don't know, some
Omega
weird
or whatever.
Omega, some weird site videoing with his shirt off while he's on this site that is mostly kids, and there's a lot of things. And then it was really an interesting evening. So Again, I only reason I mentioned it is because I didn't know if you'd
like
seen
last night or something.
Yesterday or the night before. It was either during the day yesterday or the night before. I don't know, man. It all runs together, you know. I've been on a lot. So
I ain't tripping on it. All I know is that somebody told me that he said that he never said, he's claiming that he never said that he thought I was or whatever, but I'm like, wait, what? No,
he
your
actually
video,
did.
your first
Yeah.
video about it said it very well. That you
Right.
And then there was a fuck you at the end. You know what I mean? Like that's what he said.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, I thought I'd throw that out there. I'm gonna go, guys. You guys have a great rest of your day. Glenn, always a pleasure. I'm glad that we were able to have this video about the young lady in question, and and we'll cover some of it again this evening, I'm sure, because Kat and I'll talk about it, and I'll get her reaction. So
For sure.
and
all right, guys.
See ya.
Nobody sent you a super chat. I'm gonna kick somebody's ass.
Nobody sent. I don't know what it is. The super chats. They were going pretty good there for a while, and I haven't had any in a few days. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just too pleasant, or maybe I'm not yelling enough. So yeah, I don't know. So
we got to stab somebody. Who we stabbing?
I don't know.
But
Mr. Boulay is already playing with the new emojis. So
I made a few emojis too.
Yeah, I need to make more. So, all right, guys. If you're not subscribed, subscribe.
There we go. Thank you, King Philip.
Got a $5 one from King Philip.
Now I ain't got to stab nobody and go to prison. Thank you.
Yeah, now you can. Now Glenn stays free. We freed Glenn before Glenn got locked up, so that's good. And and we'll see you guys later, and I will. We'll have another great conversation. Talk to you guys later. See ya.